I love the whole experience. The whole experience was beautiful. I think that everybody should do it. I love the whole experience. The whole experience was beautiful. I think that everybody should do it, honestly. But I think that Black women in particular will really benefit for going on this type of trip, this journey, this experience. Even if this was my last, which it's not, but even if this was my last experience with this group, with Reset with Design, I was so happy. I'm so fulfilled that I went on this trip. I encourage anyone and everyone to sign up to go and stuff. They have payment plans, so you can pay as you go and stuff like that. Like, the only thing is stopping you, to me, is you. I feel like this is something that is so needed, so needed. And I encourage anyone and everyone to do it.
Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, not come on in, not come. Sorry, y'all know I'm weird, whatever.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video, right?
What it is, yo? Oh, what's up? Them guts broke off. Oh yeah. What's going on, everybody? What's the business, baby? It's a cute little Monday show. Okay, we're gonna get into some things, girl. I know y'all see the title. Rapturetok. Apparently, the rapture is coming. Jesus is coming back, y'all. Tomorrow. That's what they're saying. Baby mama culture. Basically, that's going to be the conversation about Cardi B and Sissel, and how we as a community are responding to all of this. Okay, we're gonna discuss. Okay, and then Ray J. I told you guys a while ago that Ray J was trying to be the next Diddy. He's literally like saying it out loud now. And now I'm starting to get slightly creeped out by how intuitive I am. I can't believe that Ray J is saying this because he heard me say it. Like, I can't believe that. But I do know that I said it. And I do know that he has said it now, that he's the new Diddy. He has said that out of his mouth. He is doing very weird shit. And now that we know more about how men groom and bully other men into submission, which we know that this happens. We all, like, as Black women, we always talk about how Black men bully each other into submitting to whatever the overall vibe is. Like, you can't be a different type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Y'all see something wrong with my mic? I mean, it should be connected, love. It should be connected. See, that's that bullshit. I actually Hey y'all. Okay. I'm having technical difficulties right now, so I'm having to restart the computer. So we're on the phone for a second until I get this together. Okay? But essentially, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Okay. All right. I had to do a little restart, y'all. Just give me a second. Like the video, share the video, girl. We're gonna get into the things. We're gonna get into the things. Just as soon as my computer stops acting like a ho out here. Let me see. Cause the TikTok situation, I don't want to start with the TikTok situation. I actually want to start with Kelly Price because I forgot about Kelly Price last week. And so I want to start with Kelly Price. Thank you. Y'all know, everything for the most part be Shein. Okay. Shout out to all of the big titty girls who didn't know that they were going to be big titty girls. And then when they became big titty girls, life has never been the same. It has not. Hold up, y'all. We're getting back to it. Hold up. Okay, we're back. I figured it out. I got it, girl. My bad. I mean, I don't know what was going on. But sometimes all you got to do is restart, girl. That's what really be going on. Okay, so let's get into the thing. I want to start with Kelly Price and then we'll get into the other things. Oh, wait, hold up. Something's happening. Let me see. I see it, y'all. I see my mic not connected. That's why I said I don't know. I don't know what's happening, girl. I don't know what's going on in the land of Oz. But the communication is not giving what it's supposed to give. Am I not connected to the we're gonna get that together. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna start my show though. Cause I know y'all can hear me. So we're gonna figure this out. But I do want to hurry up and get on Kelly Price's clip so I just can know where I'm starting at, girl. First of all, why did she pick this filter? Why did she pick that filter? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. Hold up. Walk out the door and they scream, it's a lie. My New Year's resolution is to stop fucking much. I got my drink, I got my music. I said, bitch, don't kill my vibe. 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 Me and my spouse. I feel like I don't know why I'm seeing less. I don't know what that's about, you guys. I'm seeing. Let me know how y'all hearing me though, because the shit not doing what it's supposed to be doing. Okay, y'all can hear that. Okay. Okay. Are we good now? Can y'all hear me now?
Every this, every that, every the other. I've told this story, so don't.
See what I'm saying? Like, why is shit skipping? Like, it's gonna piss me off. Why everything was
Try to say this is Maya hate. This is not that. This is actually what happened. She's like, I like if you want to lose money, but like I don't. I'm sorry. She's got like her single is sitting in. Are you kidding me? Her single is sitting in number. What? Okay, like whatever. Angela.
Yeah, see, this is gonna aggravate me, y'all. Hold up. Okay, hold up. She don't even look like us, so can hear you. The sound effects in the video clip. Okay, it's just it's sticking a little bit for me, and I'm not exactly sure why. And that's gonna be a problem. But shit is sticking. Hold up. Yeah, it's about to aggravate the fuck out of me. Mm. Yeah. See, I don't even understand what's happening. It's not even working right.
Said to him, "There's nobody out there with a voice like her." Fat bitch. Every this, every that, every the other. I've told this story, so don't try to say this is Maya hate. This is not that. This is actually what happened. She's like, I like if you want to lose money, but like I'm sorry. She's got like her single is sitting in. Are you kidding me? Her single is sitting in number. What? Okay, like whatever. Angela said to him, "There's nobody out there with a voice like hers. There's nobody out there that's going to be able to." They would never say it to you in real life, so why is it on the internet? That's what I asked too, sis. So he meant it, and he wanted to make a bet with her. And so, she does this, and she's like, "Give me a minute." So I sat down, and I'm kind of getting comfortable because we're getting ready to start our weekly meeting. And the call, I've been called every fat bitch, every this, every that, every the other. I've told this story, so don't try to say this is Maya hate. This is not that. This is actually what happened. She's like, I like if you want to lose money, but like I'm sorry. She's got like her single is sitting in. Are you kidding me? Her single is sitting in number. What? Okay, like whatever. Angela said to him, "There's nobody out there with a voice like hers. There's nobody out there that's going to be able to." They would never say it to you in real life, so why is it on the internet? That's what I asked too, sis. So he meant it, and he wanted to make a bet with her. And so, she does this, and she's like,
Hold up, y'all. Shit about to make me mad. I appreciate y'all patience. I need the okay. I think we got it. Hopefully it doesn't skip. Now that we up here. Okay, hold up. I want to see it play through so I know that it's okay. All right, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all patience. Let's try it again.
Called every fat bitch, every this, every.
Still fucking up. All right. Let me see.
My best friend in this world is a Black woman who does not share my same political views.
Amen.
Now, I trust her with my life.
With our
I trust
children.
her with my children.
Yeah.
It's there, but it's not really there.
I've been called every fat bitch.
I wonder what this is about. It's making me feel like I need to restart my shit, but I want to keep restarting.
Every this, every that, every the other. I've told this story, so don't try to say this is Maya hate. This is not that. This is actually what happened. She's like, I like if you want to lose money, but like I'm sorry. She's got like her single is sitting in. Are you kidding me?
No, I understand I need to move on, y'all. I'm just okay. Don't worry about it then. We won't talk about this. Because I'm just trying to test the sound.
Took a left turn.
Shit, like automatically muting me and shit. I think it's StreamYard. I'm sorry. As I was saying, the whole thing about Kelly Price is I think something is going on with Kelly Price. I think the reason why whatever she says is kind of looked at with an eye roll is because she comes off like she's unstable. That's to me what it gives. And I believe that the way she pissed all of the Black girls off, I believe the way she pissed a lot of the Black girls off, I think that now she's trying to come to us with something that is supposed to endear her to us, because a lot of women have that understanding, right? You understand that people really do value fat, being fat or skinny. They really value being dark or light over talent. We all understand that. We all understand that that's basically the world we live in, where how you look can be way more important than how you actually sound and how your music actually sounds. Yes, there's always an agenda behind certain isms. There's always an agenda. There's always a colorism, a racism, a sexism. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always a ism that's a part of the agenda, which is why a lot of the conversations are always deeper than anybody really wants to deal with. My problem with Kelly Price is that she'll get up here and complain about these things to us and then perpetuate them herself. Let me hear what she said on this clip. Hold on.
Because he said, you got to be out of your mind. I don't care how good that girl sang. Ain't no way in the world your big fat whatever gonna outsell my pretty light-skinned, long-haired. That's exactly what he said. It was a man and it was a Black man.
Okay.
So then my question for Kelly would be, did you internalize it and then make that a part of your personality to where you come into contact with somebody who looks like Maya or reminds you of Maya, and now you're nasty and dismissive and disrespectful to that woman because you're reminded of what some ignorant man told you? And see, that's about to be a theme today. Bitch, theme. Okay, we're about to hit a theme. And the theme is that women do not pay attention to the agenda, to the bigger picture, to the fact that when a man tells you something like that, he is trying to create separation between you and other women. And you should not take it on. You shouldn't internalize it and then turn around and treat women like shit. And I feel like essentially Kelly Price is the type of woman that will be mistreated by men and blame women for it. She won't really blame those men for it, because then there's always a moment where you have so much empathy and sympathy for a man that has exhibited some of the same behaviors, but because you don't know, you can feign ignorance, so it doesn't matter, right? So when you get online and I know, oh, I just saw the clip of him looking drugged out. Well, guess what? Kodak Black is a colorist, and I'm sure he wouldn't want to be with a big woman, because they all believe some of the same degenerate mindsets, okay? She has to be thin. She got to be light-skinned, racially ambiguous. And another thing I would like to inform everybody on, in case y'all were lost, the colorism conversation, men can absolutely marry, fuck, employ, and be friends with dark-skinned women and still be colorist. It is a part of their attitude towards women, how they view women as attractive or unattractive, the things they say up out of their mouth to other women. I'll use my own fucking daddy as an example. My daddy was a colorist. It doesn't matter that my mom was brown skinned and even darker when he got with her. You know why? Because texturism and featureism also matter. So yeah, my mom might have been dark skinned, but my mom also possibly, we don't really know, but has a biracial mom. I had no idea my grandmother was possibly biracial. No idea. We still don't know for sure. But the idea is that our grandmother might be biracial. My mom is still dark skinned. Still have dark skinned children so that you would not know. But it doesn't matter, because colorism is just like racism. It's pervasive. It hides in plain sight. It's not always straightforward. Sometimes it's what you don't say. It's the quiet part out loud. You don't have to believe that Martin is colorist because of what happened on the actual television show Martin. But you can look at all of the women he's had children with, all the women he's been engaged to or had relationships with, and saw their relationship to colorism and how they all look very light-skinned. You can look at Chris Brown and act like you don't remember when there was no darkies allowed. You can act like you don't think that Chris Brown is in charge of his tour, and that anything that is being said by his security and his henchmen and his friends is probably the overall vibe and theme amongst their group of men, which is that they are colorists. And yes, after y'all have been calling him colorist for so many years, he absolutely is going to do nice shit for brown skin and dark skin women, so y'all can be in my motherfucking comments talking about he shared your post, he not colorist. All for me to tell you, bitch, my motherfucking daddy married a brown skin woman and he was still colorist. Checking the babies, checking my skin tone by my nails so they could see how dark I was gonna be. The fuck is y'all talking about? Like, I want y'all to prove he colorist. Bitch, nobody has to prove that to you. Go look at it on the internet if you want to. But another thing is that most black men, and most black women to some extent have these ideals in their head. Yes, we might grow out of it. We might see that it's stupid and it doesn't make any sense. But guess why? Guess why we now understand what colorism is? Guess how we got there? Talking about the shit. Because people don't know that things are fucked up until somebody says, hey y'all,
That's fucked up. That's the only time that a lot of y'all realize that something wrong is going on in your environment. And that's another thing. Stop being fucking mad at us having conversations about shit that make y'all feel uncomfortable. Because that's another thing. Everybody want to get upset because we having conversations that make y'all feel uncomfortable. Kelly Price is giving not well, needs therapy, needs to go talk to somebody, but won't because Jesus and God and shit. Y'all go ahead and do that. Where do I want to go next? I wanted to go here because this aggravated me over the weekend. Because, you know, people are arguing with me in the comments about how, you know, and this is what I be talking about, y'all. It's not even really about the celebrities. It's about what is being said by the people in the comments. To me, y'all want to act like the internet is not real. I keep telling y'all, the people in the comments are the everyday people saying exactly how they feel on the internet with the safety of being on the internet. So yeah, they may not say these things to you in real life at your job because they know it sounds fucking stupid. But online, when they think they have some anonymity, they're going to be typing away some of the dumb shit they think of in their mind. And then we put the trolling moniker on it so we can act like that's not how they really feel. Yes, it is. They just know it's dumb. So they have to backpedal and act like that's not how they really feel. But let's hear Masika.
You don't have the brain capacity to make certain decisions, which is why you're supposed to listen to your parents. This little girl thought she knew it all and thought she had her a popping ass boyfriend or whatever the fuck she thought, and ran away from home, probably thinking her parents didn't know shit and she's in love, and ended up killed dead by this nigga. This nigga wrote a song about fucking killing her.
Okay, Masika, let me stop you right there. Just because that's your story doesn't mean that's everybody's story. And this is like pervasive across the internet because this same like mentality showed up in another story, but I want to focus on this right now. I need to get tested for ADHD. Shit. Okay. Yes. Teenagers have not formed their frontal lobe, and they should be able to trust their family and their parents when it comes to making life decisions. But I would like to say that what you just said is very tone deaf and lacking in the nuance that more often than not, parents will push their children out the door. Y'all really believe that your hierarchical abusive parenting style should not result in children not trusting you. And I think it's so weird for you to say shit that puts all of the onus on the teenager about how this happened to her, blaming her for her death, not blaming the grown-ass man that she was in the relationship with, not blaming all of the people on his Discord and the adults around that might have saw that young ass girl with him and said nothing, not the system that we live in that doesn't care about young girls. It really, really annoys me that y'all act like y'all don't know how a lot of these girls get in this fucking situation. And that's because a lot of the mothers are chasing dick. A lot of the mothers have had children they didn't want, been in relationships that they haven't been able to heal or recover from, and they treat their children like shit. They have a man in the household. That man is the only thing that matters. If that man wants to be crude or disrespectful to the children, the mama will say that they're children and that's her man. You have no idea what this girl's life was like in order for her to run away. But what I know about runaways is a lot of the times people are not running away from households that are safe. People are not always running away from households where they feel seen, where they feel heard, where they feel protected, where they feel loved. That is not the usual case. Yes, there are kids that are just rebellious for whatever reason, and it has nothing to do with the parenting. But I think what we see more often than not is people treating their children like they're grown enough to handle responsibilities like taking care of siblings and household and shit, fending for themselves while you out chasing dick. They grown enough for that, but they're not grown enough to you know, choose who they have relationships with and all of that. And that's the problem. Y'all leave these kids a lot of the times to fend for themselves because you all caught up in your own bullshit. And then you get mad when they start to make decisions that aren't that smart. Nobody's actually guiding or leading them. Just because you have parents at home doesn't mean those parents are treating you right. It doesn't mean y'all value these young girls. And we know how y'all create servants in the young Latina girls, because we know how y'all do it to the black girls. So we know y'all do it to the Latina girls even worse because they're still in their Catholicism hard as fuck. Okay? They still wrapped up in they shit a little bit more than we are. So to me, the whole mentality around y'all ignoring the issues of children, how parents affect their children, and then wondering how you get sex workers and girls that are out here selling their bodies on the internet. You wonder how we get here. It's because somebody already taught that child that their body was a transactional object, that they could sell their body for something. That's what they were worth. Somebody already told them that in their household. I can't even think about how many of y'all speak down on y'all daughters and tell them they ain't shit. You ain't gonna never be shit. It's a lot of moms, black and otherwise. Y'all saw the shit, the Netflix special about the white lady that was fucking over her daughter via text message saying all that weird shit to her daughter. I think that this whole thing that Masika did, Masika is always projecting the fact that she wants to show up in a way opposite than we kind of see her. At the end of the day, yeah, you might have gotten married, but you probably got married to a nigga that was still dogging you out and cheating on you. And you've been in relationships with men that have gone upside your fucking head. You always like to act like you're so above it and you're so much more smarter or so much more classier, but you end up being in the same situations as some of the girls that you look down on. The girls that you think you better than, yeah, they be with the same nigga that you with, bitch. They be getting their head knocked upside and all of that for a bag, just like you do, bitch. I think we've seen Masika in at least 2 relationships that were abusive towards her. And we've seen at least 2. And I think it's a reflection of how you still don't even have empathy for yourself. Because I don't know about your life, but I know one thing. Girls don't come up and become the Masikas of the world because their parents was doing a great fucking job. Like, I'm just saying. Like, if y'all would really be for real about it, girls like Cardi, they don't end up in strip clubs and robbing niggas in hotel rooms because their parents was doing a great fucking job. But y'all don't want to be honest about that. We got a bullshit and all this. Let me let the whole finish.
Before she was killed, it's different situations, but it's kind of like Melly when he wrote the fucking song about killing his friends and he killed his fucking friends. Like, why is this nasty nigga not in jail? It's disgusting. It's just so very scary when you think about it. Like, you don't have the brain. Sounds like it's premeditated. He has caskets at his shows. Melly definitely did it. We know that. Like, fucking weirdo, sicko. Like, any grown ass man that wants a little ass girl is a sicko anyway.
And please understand, it's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them. Do you hear me? It is a lot of men. Okay? Because a product of the patriarchy is you know, pedophiles. That's a product of the patriarchy, of the hyper masculinization and the putting of men's needs, wants, and feelings first above all, right? And that's what a lot of people do. You get into a relationship with a man and all of a sudden everything that he wants and says goes first.
Like you're already jail already. It's just like prison, jail. Go, just report. Sounds like it's.
So yeah, Masika said that. And then y'all, and I say that story, because that story translates to this story. And I'm going to read it. This is so disturbing. According to BBC, Dubai is currently facing a huge underground sex worker issue that involves Ugandan women who have allegedly been trafficked from their home country to Dubai. BBC I investigated the troubling issue by talking with women who claimed they escaped from being trafficked in Dubai. Lexi says she was tricked into coming to Dubai to be a sex worker. She recalls a time when a man told her that he was paying $15,000 to basically do whatever she wanted, I'm sure it meant whatever he wanted sexually to her. There was a client who said we paid 15,000 Arab Emirates dirham, which is, I believe, $4,000, and 3,000. I don't know, because I thought the euro was more than the American dollar. I might be seeing that wrong, child. I don't know. Either way, they paying 4 stacks to gang RU, pee in your face, beat you, and add $5K for being recorded eating feces. Every time I said that I wouldn't want to do that, it seemed to get them more interested. They want somebody who is going to cry and scream and run, and that somebody in their eyes should be a black person. Lexi claims she tried to get help from police, but their racial bias stopped them from looking into it. Luckily, she was able to escape back to Uganda, where she now works with to help women escape the sex ring. During BBC I's investigation, they went undercover to speak with the alleged handler, Charles, whatever that is, about potentially hiring women for a party. In the video, Charles was seemingly, y'all see him down here, that's a black man, glowing, talking about allegedly selling the women who are open-minded about doing anything sexual. We've got like 25 girls, he said. Many are open-minded. They can do pretty much everything. When asked about Dubai porta potty, he replied, I've told you they are open-minded. When I say open-minded, I will send you the craziest I have. Despite the BBC's reporting, Charles denied any allegations he ran a prostitution ring, saying, these are all false allegations. I told you I am just a party person who invites big spenders on tables, hence making many girls flock to my table. That makes me know many girls, and that's it. So I said in the comments, the It girls been saying this. This is what they really want to do. This is what the men really be wanting to do. And I think that's important, because I want y'all to pay attention to the way whenever something extremely fucked up happens to women in Dubai, like she screams and gets put in jail and all of this shit, yeah, that type of stuff. Whenever we get online and say that that is oppression, that's fucked up, that's wrong, a whole bunch of men will come into the comments talking about that's those people's culture and that's who they are, as if these men actually are good people because they are oppressing women out in the open in such a way, as if oppressing women in such a way out in the open isn't going to breed some of the most degenerate, fucked up, nasty things, disgusting, barbaric things that you can do to humans. Y'all have to start to understand that whenever people are extremely oppressed, underneath that, those same men that are doing the oppressing and having this moral high ground are underneath everybody doing the worst shit. Everything they say they're against, they're down there fucking doing it. And it's the exact same thing with the American government. We all know about the congressmen or the senators that were against gay marriage, and then we will find them sticking their dick in a glory hole in somebody's random bathroom in the airport. Like, so when I mentioned that the It girls been saying this, I need for y'all to see some of these weird ass comments. I blocked the person at first. I thought it says because they were saying something about how don't be acting like those girls are some activists. They said something like that. Girl, that's how you were saying it. Stop trying to backtrack. They've been trying to tell us. They wasn't trying to tell us nothing. Here's another one. Don't compare those poor women to egg girls. Those are African young women coming from poor families thinking they are going to Dubai to work as maids and nannies. When they arrive there, their passports are taken from there and they are locked and used as sex slaves. Just watch the documentary on BBC Africa on YouTube, as if I'm an idiot or something, right? Because a lot of people like to reply to me in ways that they start to answer shit that I haven't said. And hold up, where the fuck is my comment? I could have sworn I commented back to that person, but I don't see my comment. I don't see my comment, but I commented back to this person. And my comment basically said that I wasn't comparing anybody, but I'm so mad that my comment is not there. I wonder what happened to it. God damn you. But either way, I replied and said to the person that their comment just goes to show that you don't know how sex work actually happens. You don't know how a lot of girls get into doing sex work in the first place. Y'all think that every girl that's agreeing to this has always been some deplorable, horrible woman that thinks she's going to get pleasure out of it, but she's going to get tricked into being assaulted and she deserves it because she wanted to enjoy having sex. I saw your comment yesterday. Yeah, they probably deleted my comment. But my comment basically said that they were exposing the fact that they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You're exposing how you don't even understand how most women get into sex work in the first place. 60% of sex workers were assaulted before and after they did sex work for the first time. And I can't even imagine how many women they don't even really talk to about it. Like how many women are out there doing sex work and it's never talked about the trauma that they go through as children. But to me, how you get women in most situations of sex work is them being already traumatized or sexually assaulted at some point. And that is how their guard is now down. Anything that would have made them feel like they needed to protect themselves has been taken from them. So now they feel like they can go and do sex work because somebody has already fucked up they whole perception of themselves and their sex. So now they have to go and work that out. Spiritually and mentally, sex workers are usually women, in my opinion, that are working through trauma because somebody took their agency from them. Somebody took their choice away from them. And so to me, the trauma response is to go and have as much sex as possible, but with the idea that you're in control of it. You're in control of it. You don't get to make me a hoe. You don't get to assault me and make me a hoe. I'd rather go make myself a hoe by choosing to go fuck a whole bunch of people than I let you make me a hoe because you assaulted me. I believe that that is what's going on in the psyche of a lot of women that have dealt with that. And so I always have compassion for the girls that get into sex work, especially the Instagram models and a girl like Alexis Sky and all of them girls. Yes, I might have to pop them hoes on the internet every now and again whenever they say something stupid. But essentially, I have a lot of sympathy and grace for those girls because I feel like those are the young women. Those are the little girls that nobody protected. They become grown women that we have to deal with and contend with. But essentially, when they were little girls, nobody protected them. Nobody gave a fuck. And just because somebody corrupted them a lot sooner than these Ugandan women does not mean that it is okay to do it to a certain type of woman and it's not okay to do it to another type of woman. It's not okay to do that to any type of woman. No man should actually want to do that to a woman. And the fact that they want to do it means that something is wrong with these niggas. And instead of y'all realizing that something is wrong with the niggas because they want to shit on women, literally, they want to pay women money to eat shit. Y'all rather deal with how the girls get there You rather deal with it in that respect? I'm mad they deleted my comment because at the end of the day, my comment gathered the fuck out of that person. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And you trying to create a hierarchical system and abuse victims makes me want to vomit. It makes me want to vomit that you have decided that some girls who had the shit happen to them sooner are not worth saving, not worth listening to. And I didn't say that those girls were being activists. I said the girls told us already. But y'all don't believe these women. And that's the fucking problem. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, girl, did y'all see this? Did y'all see this? First of all, Ghostface Killah has to me, this is like a trans girl, okay? So a son that is now a daughter. Son of rapper Ghostface Killah is speaking directly from the heart on 2 powerful new songs that shed light on. I mean, should we be saying? I'm gonna say they, because I don't know. We should be saying because that don't look like a. I'm gonna say a they. I'm gonna say they shed light on the relationship they have with their daddy, because Ghostface Killah apparently don't like the fact that their child is gay, obviously, right? Hyper masculine hip hop, niggas, oh no, don't be gay. Go to prison and fuck niggas there, but don't be gay. Life. I'm the right bitch to solve them. Okay, so we're gonna say him, but that's a beat. That's a face. I'm gonna say they. It's a femboy. Okay, I couldn't tell from the picture. Count up, but your pockets are starving. Either way, it's a face. First of all, it's a face. Second of all, very good talent. I heard another song. When the Mac truck bus to get you a father. Listen. Good face, talented. Okay? Got the daddy face and the daddy talent, and the daddy can't stand him because what? Nigga gay? And he was a deadbeat. Girl, I do feel like what goes up must come down. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever y'all suppress femininity. Now your son is birthed into femininity. Okay? Because y'all are weird about it. And what goes up must come down, child. All right, so is above, so is below. What you put in it, what you get out. What you hate, you do become. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Infinity Coles, son of rapper Ghostface Killah, is speaking directly from the heart on 2 powerful new songs that shed light on his complicated relationship with his father. The track Sweet Face Killah and Daddy and I dropped earlier this week and are already sparking conversation, not just because of who his dad is, but because of how openly Coles expresses his personal truth. In Sweet Face Killah, Coles doesn't hold back his emotions. One line in particular has social media buzzing. How you in a Mack truck, but you forget you a father. Despite the heavy words, Infinite was quick to shut down speculation that the song is a diss. Not a diss, but thank you so much. He wrote online in response to someone labeling it a direct shot at his father. But the follow-up track, Dad and I, makes it even clearer that what Coles is offering isn't beef, it's heartbreak. He sings about the emotional disconnect with his dad, describing how they clash on everything from lifestyle to identity. Yeah, man. And it be like this. It be like this. Like, that's why I don't understand why people on social media make certain comments like, why are we talking about this? We just stay out their business. Like, bitch, we're on a blog. We're on a blog. If you came to the blogs and wanted to stay out of other people's business, why are you here? That's what the blogs are. It's what Instagram, TikTok, social media is literally a place where you open your phone so you can see other people's business. And then y'all be like, I don't know, I'm not about to be in nobody's business. Bitch, we could talk about it and not be in it. I don't know what's wrong with everybody. Okay, I do love that Jay-Z gif. It's one of my favorites. Okay. But yeah, I mean, to me, I feel like it's sad because ultimately your son is feminine, but your son is a good rapper and a good artist and has your face.
And you weren't there for him. And so how dare you, be judgmental? Like, I always think it's so weird the way ancient ass parents can be judgmental of their kids. Like, what did you do? What did you do in life? Like, that's the reason why a lot of people don't trust their parents, because you find out how fucking hypocritical they are. And it's like, bitch, I can't trust you. Look how you lied to me my whole life. Like, what y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? What else is going on? Hold up, y'all. I want to see. Okay.
Solania.
So, let's get into Law Roach recreating Tyra Banks.
Be quiet. I have never yelled at a girl like this before. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
Is it really that serious?
Oh, bitch, it is. That was iconic.
Now, let me.
Now, I'm going to tell y'all right now, we could not like Tyra. We could not like Tyra. I'm at a point right now, anytime y'all want to come up here and complain about anything that happened on America's Next Top Model and you want to place all of the blame at Tyra Banks' feet, go ahead and do it. She can handle it. She's okay. Okay? I ain't mad. I'm not. Because a lot of this shit was fucked up. I just used to feel like, I hate the way y'all act like it was just her, as if that's not the entire modeling industry. And what was happening, just period. You know what I'm saying? But either way, this moment was so cringy to me. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. But when Tyra originally was screaming at Tiffany, I know a lot of y'all maybe not remember that episode, but I remember that episode. And Tiff was absolutely annoying the fuck out of me that entire time. And I know shit was going on behind the scenes, but there is something about a girl that is getting in her own way because she's allowed everybody to tell her what she can't do. So if it gets hard for a second, she's the fetus. And I get that, because I can be the same way. Y'all. If shit get too hard, I'm like, well, maybe I can't do this. Fuck. You know what I'm saying? I get it. But it's a result of people being impatient with you during your growth process. When you are a young kid and you're learning new things and your parents are impatient with you, it teaches you to be impatient with yourself. So when you're trying to do shit that's hard, you will get defeated quickly. You will get impatient with yourself quickly. And I feel like that's what was happening with Tiffany, because it was one of them, you got to do a challenge as we're here, right? So she had to do certain lines. And it was hard. She had to read a prompter, and it was hard for her to read the prompter. So instead of just applying herself, she was just like, this is stupid. This is dumb. I can't do this. Like, she was doing a lot. And when Tyra screamed on her, I don't care what y'all are talking about. Yes, it was humiliating. I wish Tyra would have handled it better than that. But I think we all recognize that it was a girl. You can do this. Because at the end, they was telling her you did better than most people. But because you already told yourself that you weren't good enough, you just completely threw it away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to me, she was belittling herself. But Tyra did just go in on her in front of all of the people. And I feel like that was not the correct response if you really care. But I could see why she did it. Like, I could see that it was genuine. I don't feel like in that moment Tyra was trying to create TV. Because if y'all was actually watching that scene, Tyra was talking to Tiffany and Tiffany kept interrupting her. And I think that's when Tyra was already agitated and just got pissed. I have never yelled at a girl like this. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. It was obnoxious as fuck. But I also feel like if you were actually watching that episode, Tiffany was so frustrating in that scene. She was so frustrating. It was like, girl, like, stop being so defeatist. And I really do feel like it's the black hood girl thing, though. And it's not even just hood girl. I think it's black women, period. When black women are not taught to really believe in themselves, they develop defeatist attitudes. And when somebody tries to pull them up, they can sometimes have like this adverse reaction to it. like it's fake or it's bullshit. And it's just like, okay, well, we tried. You know what I mean? So I feel like when they did this shit, everybody's always trying to give Tyra shit. And I don't care. Give Tyra shit. But in the moment, it wasn't. Yeah, he didn't do it right. He didn't do it right. I remember Tyra being like, Tiffany, just listen. And Tiffany kept going. Girl. Okay. That's who I've been around. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to realize that, yes, we all have pride in who we are as Black women and how we grow up and where we grew up at. But it's a lot of that's a byproduct of, for lack of a better term, bitch, white supremacy makes us extremely irritable. White supremacy makes the Black girls extremely irritable, girl. You know what I'm saying? And it's really not all our fault. It's not. Eva was the same way. I don't know. Eva seemed to believe in herself way more. I'll never forget when they put that motherfucking spider on Eva's face and she was crying the entire time and she got best photo. Bitch had that on. Girl, what? Okay, Tyra, you know what I'm saying? Pull it up. Okay. And at the end of the day, people could say what they want to, but that's the shit they be actually putting them girls through. In the modeling industry, they did put girls through ridiculous shit. We would hear about how the girls was like not eating during fashion week, or like when they do the Victoria's Secrets thing, how everybody like just does water fasting and doesn't eat for like 3 days before the show so that they can be the smallest possible. Y'all, something is wrong with that. Something is fucking wrong with that. The entire mentality to treat your body like that is terrible. And again, pervasive. Happens all over the place. Happens in the modeling industry, but also happens in households where mamas are telling their daughters that you're getting a little bit too fat. Where your uncles is always talking about your body and, oh, when you gaining weight. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Yes, heroin, prepubescent shit. They all want us to look like some motherfucking emaciated children. And I just would like to say respectfully, suck my dick. Okay. So speaking of respectfully suck my dick, Whoopi Goldberg checks the FCC on live TV about Jimmy Kimmel. Now listen, I don't play around with the View, so we're going to cover it up. Let's get into it.
Now look. Did y'all really think we weren't going to talk about Jimmy Kimmel? I mean, have you watched the show over the last 29 seasons? Yes. So no one silences us. And to all my friends in Italy who reached out, you have to know it's okay. We're still here. We're still broadcasting. And when the news broke last week about Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, we took a breath to see if Jimmy was going to say anything about it first. We did the same thing with Stephen Colbert. Then our show was on tape on Friday. But we are live here today, and we're getting into it now.
Okay, so let's read because Baller Alert did not post the rest. Let's see. She didn't shy away from criticizing the government's role either. Someone can say something they shouldn't and get taken off the air, she said. But the government cannot apply pressure to force someone to be silenced. The co-host used the moment to speak broadly about the dangers of censorship. And I quote, "We talk about freedom of speech a lot because we are always in somebody's mess because somebody has decided that we have said something that's offensive," Goldberg continued. "But we fight for everybody's right to have freedom of speech because it means my speech is free. It means your speech is free." And they cut it off there. But I'm going to just say this. I knew that's what she would say because a lot of us feel like that, even though we don't like some of the shit that's being said. And to be honest, I do feel like hate speech should not be considered an opinion. I don't think that hateful rhetoric that we know for a fact is not true. Okay, like you cannot test the intelligence level of every Black woman or extremely intelligent Black women when you yourself have not even graduated from a university. It doesn't even make any fucking sense for you to say that shit. So I don't feel like we should be giving all of this credence and all of this room for extremist racist rhetoric that people are now saying was a political opinion. No, a political opinion is something like we should build a park over here. No, we shouldn't build a park over there. We should build it over here because it's going to help this neighborhood better. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me, that type of shit, us deciding on the things that are happening civically. But see all of this other shit y'all on? No. Okay. I canceled my Hulu, begrudgingly so, but I did. All right. And I'll figure out a way to watch it in another way. But I just was like, no, I'm sorry. I didn't like when y'all did it to Steve Colbert. And I'm down for the boycott if I can do the boycott. If I can do the boycott, I'm down for the boycott. Okay? Hold up, y'all. Hey. Just as we're talking about this, shout out to Niecy. Shout out to my girl Niecy for sending this in the DMs. Jimmy Kimmel is coming back. New York Times, okay? He's returning to the airwaves tomorrow. The network had removed Kimmel indefinitely last week after top Trump regulator and many conservatives said he inaccurately described the politics. And this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Put your money where your mouth is, bitch. This is what we have to do now. Like, this is just what it is. This is just what it is. You have got to hit people in the pocket. You got to let them know. No, bitch. We not about to just sit here and spend the last of our little fucking money on y'all businesses if y'all are going to help the degradation of our freedoms. No. I'm not going to pay for Hulu while you take my freedom of speech away. No, I'm not. Okay? Disney, I already had gotten rid of Disney Plus. So, Hulu was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And honestly, it was because Lene Vanee told me, okay, y'all know there's some of the girls out there that I really, really like. And so, I'm going to listen to them a little bit more than some of the rest of y'all. Okay. So when Lene was like, girl, they go together. Disney and Hulu go together. And I was just like, girl, but I literally go to sleep with Hulu on every night, girl. And she was like, I know, but we got to do it. And I'm like, all right. Because I'm sorry, I got to stand up for something. Like I have to. I used to get it free through Verizon too. But y'all know there are other ways to watch these things, right? Y'all do know like Fire Sticks and all these other apps. Like there are different ways to watch these things without giving, your money to Hulu or to Disney Plus. But everybody can do what they want to do. If you don't want to rebel against any of this shit, that's your prerogative. That's your house. I can't judge you. I don't know you. Okay, I'm just saying what I'm doing because this is my livelihood, right? I have to care about these things because it will directly affect me. And I just don't like that shit, period. I was just like, oh no, y'all getting out of hand. Y'all just doing too much. I'm sorry. Somebody needs their ass smacked. Somebody needs their ass smacked. Somebody needs to remind y'all who's paying the bills around here. Okay? And we the people, bitch. We the people paying the bills. Disney lost nearly $4 billion overnight after the Jimmy Kimmel suspension. And I want y'all to understand, this is not about Jimmy Kimmel. This is not about Jimmy Kimmel for me. Okay? Just to be clear. It's the principalities of the situation. Okay? But yeah, they lost a whole bunch of motherfucking money because they decided they wanted to play Russian roulette with the First Amendment. And I can't deal with y'all screaming about y'all First Amendment rights. Since 2003, y'all been screaming about your First Amendment rights in order to say all of the ignorant shit y'all say about Black people and immigrants. But a nigga make a joke about how the dictator don't really fuck with y'all like that because if he did, why was he playing golf? And now y'all shutting the shit down? Come on, bro. It wasn't even shade to the waterhead boy. It wasn't even shade to him. But you gotta, you gotta speak up, man. You gotta speak up. You gotta do something. Speaking of doing something, shout out to Colin Kaepernick. I thought this was, I like when people show up in a valiant manner. Okay. Former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick is once again putting his money where his mouth is, stepping up to cover the cost of an independent autopsy for Delta State University student Demar Trey Reed. Civil rights attorney Ben Crump broke the news on Friday, stressing that the family deserves full clarity about what really happened. According to Crump, the family will move forward with the second autopsy once the state medical examiner releases Reed's body. The decision comes after confusion and frustration sparked by official reports. On September 17th, the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's Office ruled that Reed's death a suicide by hanging, though final toxicology results could take up to 4 weeks. As we previously reported, Reed's body was discovered on September 15th around 7 a.m. near the pickleball courts on campus. The discovery was so shocking that DSU canceled classes for the day, leaving students and faculty shaken by the sudden loss. To me, who's the most influential group of clear jocks in the vicinity? Whoever they are, that's who y'all need to go and talk to. Because, based on Lifetime and, Netflix documentaries, when stuff like this happen, I'm going to deduce that there's a group of Caucasian young men that are psychopaths and, sociopaths that y'all white women have raised, to be racist and, basically demons on earth and shit. But they play sports and y'all love, y'all love the little, weird sociopathic white boys that y'all raise into the world. And so they decide they want to do a lynch mob on a kid, or on a young man on the campus because they know they can get away with it, right? It's definitely given everybody's helping some people get away with some shit because nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing this. Again, nobody's doing this. So yeah, I would definitely be trying to get some investigation going on, picking out who are the most influential white boys in the area. Those are the people that you need to be checking to see where were they when this happened, because usually those are the people that can get away with something like this. And that's the people that the police department and the city officials in any, small town are going to lie and protect. So yeah, and that's just based off of the documentaries that I have seen, girl. You gotta check, where are the psychopathic white boys in the vicinity? They're normally the culprits of things of this nature. Speaking of white people's news, Reese Witherspoon, y'all. I don't know I don't know how y'all live, but there are certain white ladies that I go up for. Okay, there are certain white ladies that I really like. It's my girl, right? In a celebrity healthy parasocial way, right? Reese Witherspoon has been my girl since the 90s. Okay? Since the 90s. All right? It's my girl. And into her, adulthood, being a director, the book club, the things that she champions. Like, Black people are always, we can always find, right, a white person that gives, she's not racist. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? To a degree, right? Because y'all know what I tell y'all, right? Shit is innate. Shit is inherent. They have to do a lot of work in order to not be racist, right? Yes, Julia Roberts, she's a good one. But yeah, let me get into this. But I just say all that to say, like, I love her. So like, that's why I wanted to read this story. Also, she to me reminds me of like a white version of my cousin. Like my cousin Matanya looks like Reese Witherspoon, but dark-skinned Black woman version. I don't know if y'all have ever seen, but like they're like white and Black people that look exactly alike. Like, just how I feel. Anyway, so This what she said about her past abusive relationship, girl. She said she had to rewire her brain. This why we say that you hoes need to take a little bit of time after you done been through a very, very tumultuous breakup or abusive relationship. You get into relationships that don't work for you. And sometimes you don't even see the dynamics that are happening. The morning show star shared during her appearance on the New York Times, the interview podcast on Saturday. When I got out of that, it took me, is what she's saying. She said, when I got out of that, it took me a while to reconstitute myself. My spirit had been diminished because I thought all those awful things that person said about me were true. I had to rewire my brain. Witherspoon said the effects of the relationship lingered, leaving her really insecure for years. It took me a long time to be this woman that I am now. The 49-year-old actress said, it's very hard to be a public figure. I have a lot of compassion for people who live public lives and maintain privacy. She added that life in the spotlight often felt dehumanizing. It's nearly impossible at this point with everybody dehumanizing you, taking pictures of you like you're an animal in a zoo instead of a person with their children. It was really hard, and being a mom and wanting to protect young people is hard too. Witherspoon was married to Jim Toth from 2011 to 2023, so she just recently got a divorce in the last 2 years. All right. And she is now dating a German financier, Olivier Hamann. Okay, listen. She's 49, so we don't have to worry about her getting pregnant. They did say that her relationship with Ryan Phillippe was tumultuous. I believe Ryan had some type of alcohol issue at some point. I can't remember exactly, but he might have been on his Brad Pitt shit, but just not to that degree. But no, they were specifically talking about the man she just recently got divorced from, Tim Toth. Okay. But did you listen to what the white lady said, y'all? Did y'all hear what she said? She said she was in a relationship with somebody that made her feel like shit about herself, and she had to really reconstitute herself. And it takes time and work to reconstitute yourself because you've been through a period where people are just like, you know, ripping apart at you. And so that takes me to the Cardi B situation, because I do want to talk about that. I want to say this. I feel a couple of ways about the situation with Cardi. First of all, I'm not a part of the group of people that are on this respectability politics shit. I'm not on that. I don't, that's not my wave, right? It's not about that for me. For me specifically, it's more so of what this represents, especially during this time, right? So right now in our country, there is a push for women to have babies. And I think that what we learned as Black women is that when times are hard, do not continue to lay up, get fucked, and have babies as if it won't have its effects on the children in the long run. And so we can have very surface level conversations about Cardi and what she's done and all of that. She is a grown woman. She can do whatever she wants to do with her body. I would never suggest a woman not keep a baby that she wants to keep. I would never suggest that a woman stay in a relationship with any man simply because she's married to him. So me personally, I don't, again, saying it again for people who may not have heard, I don't give a fuck about her being married to Offset. Fuck Offset. I don't care about her maybe wanting to have another child and feeling like I'm not about to get rid of a child. Nobody's telling her she should have got rid of a child. Now, I am going to say that your fucking ass could have got a plan B. That's what I am going to say. Because, no, we're not going to tell you to go and, end your pregnancy. But you definitely could have went and got a plan B and stopped gestation. That could have been a possibility. But it's done now. We're here now. And that's fine. Because we don't know her in real life and she don't know us. But what we do know is when somebody is a celebrity, their image is projected to the world as if it's an example of something, whether they like it or not. And what I saw is that there was a obvious fucking campaign to promote that she is now pregnant. Yes, she's promoting the album, but as soon as she sat down with Gayle King to talk about being pregnant by Stefon Diggs, it was like the shot heard around the world. And that was the thing that was mostly being talked about. Not the new album, but the pregnancy. And it's because she had to speak on it. But the way she spoke on it was, to me, in a way that was a projection onto other women. And that's the thing that I get aggravated about with a lot of the people that are commenting, upset that we're talking about this. Because it's like, so she could get up there and tell us about it. She can tell us how she feels like women are weak and they're not willing to jump right back out there after having a baby. Like, that isn't a dangerous thing to put out there. Yes, calling women weak for how they handle their pregnancies. That is a conversation that she has now invited the world into. But y'all want us to be walking like a motherfucking, woodpecker with a headache, walking on eggshells, so we don't say something that might hurt her feelings. And I don't even think this is her. I think this is the people in the comments and how people are responding. For one, because y'all pedestalize Cardi. Y'all think she's funny and charismatic, and she's very beautiful. She's very likable. The album is really dope, right? I have always gone up for her. I go up for a lot of people. But what I don't like is the fanaticism that creates this environment where we can't talk about shit as if these people are not telling us all of their fucking business. I went and listened to that album. I listened to that album from front to back at least 3 times since it came out. And I like it. I think she has some great songs on there, but I am listening to your lyrics because I'm a 37-year-old grown-ass woman. And when I'm listening to music, I listen to the fucking lyrics. And some of the shit is funny and catchy and witty and heartfelt and heartbreaking. And some of it is ignorant as fuck. And it's a reflection of how she doesn't really feel that secure in herself, because she's always comparing herself to other women in a way that feels like it's about the competition of a man. I'm better than you. My pussy wetter than yours, and you weak because I'm about to pop out this nigga baby and then go on tour. Like, if she can get up here as an artist and say shit like that in Gayle King interviews, Good Morning America, bitches is weak if they not willing to pop a baby out and then go right back to work. The fuck? She can get up there and say that shit, but we can't get up here and reiterate what she said in her own song about possibly passing away on a table because you want to have surgery so bad. That's one of the lyrics in her song, that she would rather die on a surgery table than look like Bia. But when Crystal says it, not everybody losing their motherfucking mind talking about, why would you even put that out there? It's already been put out there, bitch. Listen, it's rap music. You supposed to talk your pussy up, right? You supposed to spit your shit. I'm pretty, I'm a model, all that shit. I'm here for it. But I also don't like pick me as and I'm one of the ones that I don't, I'll say it to your face. Like, I don't know why everybody think that, we talking shit online and, I'm having a conversation. I'm having a conversation with grown women. I'm having a conversation with grown women about grown women shit. And it's like a lot of people don't want to have this conversation because they're getting triggered. Well, guess what? I think a lot of us are triggered by Cardi. So we're all out here fucking triggered, saying whatever we want to say. Like, are we going to be okay? What y'all going to do? But I'm going to tell y'all right now, these some of the songs I like. First of all, the first song is called Dead. I want all you bitches dead. Her and Summer Walker crazy ass, right? My problem is the women that always looking for the fight with another woman first. Like, you can't see it's your nigga until your nigga then brought you through 10, 15, 20 bitches. Nah, it's him. But the first 2 bitches, nah, you was willing to go to jail to fight that nigga, to fight that lady over some dick. Okay? But Dead, yes. Okay. Hello, I like that one. Hello, It's Me, I like that one. Magnet, like that one. Pick It Up, I was surprised that I actually liked that one. The Imaginary Players track and Salute are probably two of my favorites. Safe Like You, that shit is cute. Salute, I feel like is a song to me. I'm just like, bitches, salute. Okay, if you ask me, bitch, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I am one of them people. Like you could, if you ask me my opinion, I'm gonna tell you. Absolutely. And in real life, I don't really try to give unsolicited advice because hoes be mad at you when you tell them what you thinking, even if they motherfucking ask. And that's another thing. I saw people comparing Rihanna. I'm like, how y'all gonna compare Rihanna to this shit? How are y'all comparing Rihanna to this shit? Oh, what? Because Rihanna not married? Girl, get the married shit the fuck out your head. Let that go. Rihanna worked her ass off, got with a nigga, had a baby, took a break from working, and decided, you know what? I'm gonna have a few more kids while I'm at it. I'm making money. I ain't gotta go back to touring or doing no work. So I'm gonna have my babies and I'm gonna sit my ass down and I'm gonna be there for my babies. I don't know how we ended up comparing this to Cardi. Oh, because she got 2 kids under 2. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. That's not the point. That's not the point neither. The folks doubted Beyonce carried Blue Ivy to this day, plus her twins pregnant. She took a long maternity leave. Right. And a lot of people don't come to us screaming and hollering on the phone about they nigga on a weekly basis. So a lot of y'all that feel like, oh, it's her business, like she not gonna bring us in her business when this shit go downhill. That's another thing. Cardi basically represents your homegirl that you love, but you are so tired of her getting herself caught up in relationships that have her on your fucking phone screaming and crying about some stupid ass nigga. Yes. 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 That's what she is. That's what she is. Okay. Man of Your Word is a really great song. I love that one. Nigga, no, you don't. Every time she would say, she would come on the track. Nigga, no, you don't. Listen, I really like that one. I like the song with Lizzo. That one's fire. I like Outside, of course. I like Pretty and Petty. The tracks for Better Than You is fire. I gotta listen to On My Back again. I like Check Please. I like the Pleasure Principle. Oh, I like that one. Like, you know, Nice Guy is a good Killing You Hoes. Like a lot of the songs, like it's a bop. It's really not an album that I really wanted to go to the next track that often. I'ma say that. And then it's a lot of tracks. I think she did amazing. I'm so glad that she waited and took her time. Okay. And I think that she should be extremely proud of herself for this album. I do. Okay. I am not angry about her having a baby. I don't give a fuck. I'm a grown adult woman. But when we start to have conversations about what's actually triggering about this situation for me, and we were talking about it in the Discord, is that a lot of us know what it's like to be the child of a woman like Cardi. Y'all can y'all can think about millions of dollars as if that makes a huge difference in people's upbringings, but it does not. Okay. It does not. It affords you access, but what parents actually need to provide on a base level has more so to do with who they are as a parent and as a person than it does with money. Because a lot of us will have had some of the same experiences with our mothers, regardless to what the tax bracket is. And that's because it speaks to a larger issue. It speaks to a larger problem. It speaks to something that actually does affect us on an individual level. So it's not about Cardi B, Belcalis as a woman or as a person. Ultimately, that lady has made her bed and she will lie in it, and we will have to be here on the fucking internet listening to her scream about it, I'm sure. And I'll report back because that's what I do. All right. But it's not because we, like there's nothing that can be done. This is not to beat her over the head with it, but it's also to have the conversation, because while you are promoting a certain lifestyle, people should be having honest conversations about what you're promoting. That's how this works. You can't put out an album, tell us about a baby under these circumstances, tell us you about to hurry up and go back out touring, saying that everybody else that's not working that hard is fucking weak, and ain't nobody supposed to create a think piece about that shit. That's wild to me. It's not about Cardi individually. And for that matter, you know, it's not about you, bitch. Whoever you are that's mad about the commentary on her. Girl, it's about the overall vibe of watching women care more about a fairy tale than they do about how their decisions are going to affect their kids long term. And when you actually rip, you know, kind of, you know, take this all the way down to the beams, what everybody, I believe, in a lot of women are being triggered by, fuck the men, fuck the misogyny, fuck all that. What a lot of us are being triggered by is remembering what it was like to be the child of a mom that had to keep going in and out of relationships, or who kept going like in these cycles of loving a man, the man mistreating her, the children feeling, you know what I'm saying, connected to the mother in a way that they're going to feel whatever their mom is going through. And I think that y'all act like, oh, she takes care of her kids. Yes, everybody like can see that she loves and takes care of her kids, but also that means that her children are close to her, right? So that means her children are emotionally invested in whatever she's going through. So that brings me, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to play all these fucking clips. That brings me to the conversation. Hold up. This conversation.
I came to LA and I was supposed to finish my album after Enough. I had 2 months and we have to cancel everything because I was so depressed that I couldn't record. And we was out here for like 2 weeks and I just couldn't record. Like, cause I barely recorded anything because I couldn't even stop crying. And for some reason, every time I see a mic, I'm just crying and crying and crying and crying and crying. Like, cause I really get in those moods that I just can't do nothing. Like my feelings and my heart really cripples me. Not my kids, not my children. Like a situation could really like cripple my mind and I just can't focus. I can't think. And so like I'm really over the situation. It's the weirdest thing.
It's not weird, babe. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's literally what happens. It's literally what happens when you don't think about the type of man that you decide to fall in love with. You feel me? Like, and so what I'm saying is, can you imagine being culture and watching your mom go through that and being sad and angry and worried and caught in between her and the dad, loving the mom, wondering why the dad is not around? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all act like children don't hear the conversations that are being had in households, the arguments that are being had. But either way, if I can imagine being culture, I can imagine that when your mom finally heals, you feel relieved. And because she always does have her kids with her, it feels like her kids are going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like happy to be around her. They're going to be around her more when she is by herself and now on a more healthier vibe, right? You get over Offset, you are alone, your kids are able to be around you without you being sad. And then here comes another nigga. And now we have to make room for this new man. Now the children have to get, used to this new man and whatever that comes with. And then the children are then going to have to go down this situation with you, this emotional roller coaster with this man and whatever that's going to look like. Your daughter is going to be right there emotionally invested. Your son is going to be right there watching how this man treats you. Then, watching how his dad treated you. They're going to be emotionally invested in what you have going on. So when she talks about how her heart can be broken behind a relationship, behind a situation with a man, we know that can then affect the way, the way she parents and the way her children feel and the energy in the household. And that is why you don't fall so deeply in with these men sometimes, because of the roller coaster it's about to take you on. And so again, it's not about her. It's about those of us as grown women that know this is still happening around us, where people really don't think ahead about the children that they have.
It's not specifically about Cardi. I'm just using her as an example because she is projecting her life out in front of us. And she is an example of a mindset that women have that can be very dangerous and very harmful and very detrimental to the children. And it's not like it's an indictment on the mothers in a way that we don't understand that you're not purposefully trying to hurt your kids. You know what I'm saying? We understand you're not purposefully trying to put your children in harm's way. But once we are watching your life take place because you share all of it with us, we can now assess that you've been in a toxic relationship and there's a man here that is probably going to put you through the same thing, because athletes and entertainers are normally acting the same way. They're entitled, they're selfish, and they have a high capacity to get coochie and whatever they want from people. And they can be dismissive when they're not getting their way because of who they are. You know what I'm saying? So we're just having a real conversation about what this image is triggering out of everybody that's watching it, everybody that's seeing it. And what we know as women and what we know as children, and that's another thing, you know, she said about Crystal, and I'm gonna play the audio and all of that, but she was just like, you know, I ain't listening to no bitch that don't have kids. And I'm just like, hey girl, that's your prerogative. That's your prerogative. I'm never going to feel a way about that because you're right. I don't have kids. You're absolutely right. I don't have kids. And so if you feel like what I have to say has no value because I don't have kids, I just implore you to remember that we all were children at some point. And some of us remember what it was like to be the children. We remember what it was like to watch our moms go through this. Me personally, I, can remember if my parents are in a good space, right? If they're not fighting, if they're in a cycle, the part of the cycle where shit is good, then I'm kind of on the outside looking in until they decide that they're out of the, oh, I love you, let's fuck a lot phase, right? Then I'm on the outside looking in because now my parents have to go and do their thing. But then what's going to eventually happen is they're going to fight again. And when they fight again, my mom is going to come to me. And then I'm going to be the person on her side while she goes through these things. And then I'm going to have to feel her pain and my pain about whatever's going on in the household. But then as soon as her and my dad are back on a good foot, now I'm back by myself because he doesn't change how he relates to me, but he changed how he relates to her because that's the person that he's fucking. And that's how most men move. And that's how most households will move. I got so many homegirls to this day, their parents are still going through some of this same shit. And it's tiring and it's exhausting. But it's like they're in some type of cycle and they can't see the forest for the trees. So it is what it is. But I think that that's the reason why a lot of us are triggered by the situation. Hold up, y'all. I'm trying to. I thought I had the crystal shit. I thought I had the crystal shit. Let me refresh this page because I could have sworn I had it in here. What's this one? Yeah, no, that's the. Let me see what she said. Okay, hold up. Let's just listen to this and then I'll find the crystal shit.
Real thick. That shit is good. Oh, nah. That shit is good. My man need to marry me today.
Okay, she said that man need to marry her today. So does that mean y'all think she really want marriage out of Stefan, girl? Well, if he does, girl, congrats.
Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Yeah, busy. Yeah, that's the baby dad, bitch. That's my baby dad too, girl. Well, what now? I don't fucking know. We'll figure it out, bitch. Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Yeah, baby. Hi. Yeah, that's your baby dad, bitch. That's my baby dad too, girl. Well, what now? I don't fucking know.
Lord Giselle, K Benji. This must be the other girl that's pregnant, KJ. Yeah, I just saw this at the baby shower with the baby Shiloh. Oh, it's so cute. That's so cute. Okay. So let's see. All right. I got it. Now don't have me break this thing down for nothing. I want to see y'all on y'all baddest behavior. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. All right, here we go, y'all.
Welfare. It is just, I'm just like, girl, you have 3 babies already by a nigga that you admittedly hate,
right,
and have said that you wanted to murder.
And not even divorced from.
Yet.
Yeah.
And you just met this new nigga,
yeah,
kids, that you're still getting to know, and you're like, yep, sign me up for another one.
Yeah.
That's not a decision I would make or suggest. But hey.
No, I'm not okay with this. I can't just, oh, it's your pussy, so it's your business. Like, technically, yes, that's true. And a lot of the Cardi stands are going to respond, well, she got the money. I'm not talking about, if money was all it took to raise kids, the Trump kids wouldn't be held like they are. Trump wouldn't be held like he is. It's not just money.
I agree with this sentiment. Money is not everything.
You also need parents who are very mindful and deliberate about bringing you into the world and choosing to guide you to adulthood. That's how we raise decent, good people. Yo mama out here giving her pussy to whoever the fuck she wants to and keeping whatever y'all drop off in her fucking uterus is crazy. I was expecting so much more out of Cardi B because you are not just some broke, bored bitch in the Bronx who don't have shit else to do. Oh, I ain't got nothing to do today. I ain't got no money to go out. Let me just fucking get pregnant. Like, you have a life. You have a career. You have things to work towards and work for. Like,
Here's the thing, though, Crystal. You can't want it for her more than she wants it for herself. And that's just in general. That's just in general. That's why I just say my piece and I go on home. I ain't about to fight you about it, bitch.
Cannot.
Well, she's a street bitch. I think this show is older than her time minister. Like, she
Also, like, okay, she sounds upset. Can I be real with y'all? There are times when I get up here and I'm passionate and I say what I say. You know what I'm saying? I feel, girl, I don't care. I don't like this shit. And it's a performance. Yes. So I can't really get up here and feel like, oh, you know, oh, she's so emotional. Like, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, she's Cardi B, yes, and Met Gala now, and you would like to think that people will go, oh, wow, things to live for, access time to do better and be better.
Or having 3 kids already, maybe because you have so much money, it's not really hitting you because other people are doing so much of the actual day-to-day childcare work. Maybe it's not hitting you how much kids really do need a solid foundation and need their parents to be locked in and engaged with them. You say, oh, well, my kids are fine because it's an assortment of nannies to take care of them 24/7. Your children will be hurting for the lack of their father's presence in their life if their father is either lacking because he's a healthy, great dad who's simply not around anymore, or lacking because they deserve a healthy, great dad who's not there and never was there because that's not offset or who he is or what he does. Either way, the children lose. Blossom just turned 1, meaning you were fully pregnant. You talking about going on tour in February. All right, it's mid-September now. So I'm guessing that means you're knocking on your last trimester?
Right, I would guess.
So you're going to give birth to this baby probably near the end of the year, towards the top of the year, and then spend 6 weeks in surgery and tour rehearsal to then do what? Go on stage and do fucking nothing. I went back and watched Cardi B's performances after she came back after having culture. Some of the most boring shit you ever seen in your life. And not because of the performance itself. Oh, it's great colors and costumes and dancers and musicians. There's a bunch of shit going on. You know who not doing nothing? Cardi. Laying down on a fucking round table and letting that shit spin around for half the fucking performance and then getting up and having niggas salsa dance her and twirl her ass around on stage for a little.
Yeah, I do remember that. I'm not gonna lie. I do remember that. And you know, I critiqued Nicki Minaj when she was rolling around on stage. I critiqued her too. And so I'm just saying, okay, so then you have to put this in the spectrum of, you know, that these things are going to stress Cardi out, right? You know, Cardi gonna critique the fuck out of her body and her performance. So when she can't do it like she would like to do it, girl, we gonna hear about it. And I think Crystal might be one of them people that be down to her Twitter on her lives listening to her all the time. That's why people be so invested in Cardi's life, y'all. Because Cardi really be on the phone with like thousands of people on any given day, like she know them for real. Like she really like be on her phone, like just talking, and then that's cool because that's what she's always done. But that is the reason why people are invested. That's why people feel the way they feel.
Wow, she don't do shit. You waited all this goddamn time to release another album just to get pregnant in the middle of this album being done and prepare for the why? Why, bitch? Why? You don't know how.
And please understand, Crystal is a fan. Like that's where this is coming from. She's a fan.
Use your butt? You never heard of condoms?
Not use your butt.
You never heard of the IUD? You never heard of the pill? You decided to get pregnant by the nigga you cheated on your husband with? Why? This is just dumb bitch shit. This is so fucking stupid. You are bringing a whole new person into the world, girl. It's not playtime. It's not that ugly.
No, for Cardi's fans, it's her homegirls who tired of her. Like,
that's what Boo Boo Kid Fury just got. It's not some toy you can just toss around and it don't matter how it feel about nothing. It don't matter about its circumstances. This is a human being. I just can't believe this dumb bitch. Of all the time, you had so much time to push out however many kids you fucking wanted to. You chose the most pivotal moment, getting ready to release your sophomore album and finally go on tour because you canceled it the last time. Why? Kids. To finally do that shit. And now you're like, oh, as soon as I had it, I'm ready. I've been stretching. I'm getting my body ready. You get ready to go lay down and pray that mommy makeover don't kill you like it do so many other women. And then do you a little boom cack 1-2 sidestep on that fucking tour. I hope you girls are ready for her to give you fucking nothing but unnatural hips, a ridiculous look at what I guarantee you, like she said, she gonna have Hennessy put her in that fucking faja 3 seconds after she's done giving birth because don't let that matter to her more than the way she looks. An actual show, you can forget about it.
Put in what?
A faja. You know, the girdle that the girl, yeah.
We was talking about how she had that baby in that fucking faja. Like, bitch, let that baby be free.
That's the Spanish word for, yeah. For the girdle waist trainer thing. Like, Hennessy, give me that fucking faja. Yes, because don't let that matter to you more than that. I'm sure you got the surgery already scheduled. And that'll be what you consider tour prep. This after we have waited
be at home
7-8 years.
Folding laundry. Just wear this all day long.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. And it's like, whatever. You bitches care a lot about that, and that's y'all's prerogative. I just don't understand. So being so cavalier about creating a new life, and then being like, I'm so proud of myself. I'm working so hard, and I'm doing all this while I'm making a baby. That was optional. You did not have to fucking make a baby right now. Only God knows why you did that stupid shit.
To me, I see a lot of y'all in the comments and y'all are adding all of this other shit onto what Crystal is saying because she's passionate in what she's saying. I used to be up here screaming at y'all too. So I like I cannot judge her for what she's saying. But to me, I feel like what she seems to actually be really angry about is the cavalier attitude around bringing children into the world. Yeah, y'all. If there's anything to be upset about, it's the way y'all don't give a fuck about these kids. Like, I'ma just be real with you, girl. Like, one of the main ways to upset a lot of us that have dealt with some of this shit in real time, in real life, is, yeah, girl, we be feeling like y'all just be out here not giving a fuck. I'm sorry. I know many a woman that was just out here having children like she had a good job or something. I know I know women in real life that when they were younger, they had this same mentality that they was gonna figure it out and it's gonna be fine. And, you know, bitch was out here strung out at something. You know, like, people be out here having a hard time. And it's because they don't think ahead. They don't really tally how much they gonna have to put themselves through. Right? But also what it's gonna do to the kids. Like, I think we do kind of imagine her being mad at a nigga and screaming at them children in the house. What are you doing? Come the fuck here. Like, y'all can't tell me y'all don't see that bitch in her motherfucking house screaming at them children in their room playing and shit. All of a sudden they hear their mama scream, they jump. Oh shit, the nigga done did something. Nah. Like, that's why the girls are really upset. And honestly, y'all, I can't say that's not enough of a reason to be upset. I do think that's one of the things that I really get upset about. It's how y'all don't give a fuck about these kids, girl. That make me upset all the time. So I can't really be mad at her.
God knows I have, like, I guess I'd put some money on, but I already said.
Me and my man, you know, he made me feel so safe, obviously, because he's like bigger than me. But, you know, also just, you know, he was like, let me heal you. And I was like, okay. All right. So you were tired of the lying, cheating, scamming ass rapper. And you said, let me go get me an ugly ass athlete with rape allegations and multiple kids on the way, allegations, all kinds of impropriety. Again, allegations, because anybody can say anything, but they are allegations. They're out there. You said, let me go get me a professional athlete instead. And then getting on video and stuff talking about, it's so crazy having my man because, like, I don't work like he work. Like, he very strict. He get up at the same time and he eat very specific food. And like, yeah, he takes his job seriously, girl. That man is an athlete.
That's like bare minimum. He's a professional athlete.
He has to take care of his body. You don't work out. You stretch. You stretch.
Bitch, what
and
the
then go
fuck,
lay down.
I ain't gonna lie. When she said that shit, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I know a lot of y'all want to go along with the shit that Cardi be saying because y'all love her and y'all don't want her feelings because y'all imagine it's y'all homegirl, right? But when she said that shit about I'm stretching, I'm like, girl. Yeah, girl, stretching that pussy out. We know.
Need process. Okay, yeah. She's exercising. She's doing her lunges.
No.
The bitch said this morning. I heard her, Crystal, this morning. She told Gayle King she does her bent over rows.
You wanted to hear that.
She does. She does.
No, because I watched it twice.
That bitch said she takes care of her body. She stretches it out. Excuse me?
That lets you know how much movement she plans on doing on that stage for this tour. Y'all have fun. I'm gonna listen to the album. I am, but I cannot I can't picture me spending money on a ticket to go see that girl get on stage and have everybody else put on the show. I don't see that.
Because I know there are some women who are performers who've had babies or rehearsed or had, you know, like women who have been in similar situations where they either just had a baby or about to have a baby and going on tour or have a big show.
Okay. So yeah. That's what Crystal said. And Crystal said that, and you know, a lot of content creators was online, and I feel like y'all was very protective of y'all fave, and Cardi is a fave. And so yeah, I think that a lot of people yeah, girl, they was going in. Somebody said this is disgusting. Keeping whatever is dropped into your uterus, her child, to ma'am, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but essentially it is absolutely something being dropped into your uterus. It's called sperm. They that's what men do. They drop off sperm into your uterus and then you become pregnant with their child. What Crystal said was whack as fuck. But I'm mostly disappointed with her using children to spew hateful and disgusting rhetoric. Oh, okay. I think y'all learn words. And then y'all think they apply every time you turn around. Hold on. I'm trying to find where the response is, but I just really feel like she didn't say anything that's more critical than other people have said. Like, if I'm being real with y'all, other people have said worse shit about Cardi B. And I think the only reason everybody is acting like this girl just said, you know, some real dark, fucked up ass shit is because y'all are protective of Cardi right now because y'all are inundated with her on your timeline. She's all over your timeline right now. Okay. I'm trying to find, I think somebody put it in my Discord. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like this is more so y'all not really thinking about what's being said, but you being defensive because you love Cardi and you don't like the fact that somebody is loudly calling her a dumb bitch. Yeah. I saw, you know, other content creators trying to go and, you know, dig in Crystal's life and all of that. And I was just like, girl, whatever you find on her, it's not going to make what Cardi is doing any less like problematic. It's not. It don't matter what you find about Crystal. It's not gonna change the fact that you know, Cardi is being a representation of a young woman putting herself through unnecessary drama for the love of a man. Cause that's what it feels like, girl. That's what it seems like. But again, you guys, I you know, I don't care like that. Like, I'm not really that upset about it. It's just like, oh girl, why are you doing this? Like, it's gonna be so hard. You know, and this nigga, like, you think you're not gonna get no problems out of this nigga? Oh, you definitely gonna get some issues out of this nigga. Yeah. And then I'm also wondering, like, what type of bullshit is Offset gonna try to pull? You know what I'm saying? Like, what type of bullshit is he gonna try to pull and, you know, to try to get back at her for this? Cause y'all know that nigga petty. So I just feel like I just be wondering. Now, it don't matter to me. Like, ultimately, I know we don't care. We're being bullied into not caring about anything, everybody. So just don't care, okay? It doesn't matter what happens to anybody. None of this matters. I'm not even here right now. All right.
But there's times that it's like, okay, maybe I have to sacrifice a week or two away from my kids so I can make this bread so they can have a good life. My kids are smart as fuck. My kids have everything that I never had. And you know what? It's more, and you're right. It is more than just like, oh, she have money. She have money. She could raise them. Blah blah blah. It's more than money. But guess what? Besides money and besides me providing for my kids, I also give them a lot of time and a lot of love. That's why you see that my daughter is super attached to me. That's why my son loves sleeping next to me, tucked with me. My daughter too. And my new baby, she loves me. So you can't talk to
I mean, duh, bitch. Like, I'm sorry. Like, of course your babies love you, bitch. Like, duh.
me about my mother.
Let's see why. Because I feel like I don't know how many times I have to answer this. I don't know. Like, I feel like y'all don't be listening to me sometimes. Why wasn't B a dumb bitch for staying with a man that caused her miscarriages and possibly having numerous outside kids? Girl, who said she wasn't? But she's more important than Cardi. So no, nobody's gonna say it. The same reason why everybody is mad that Crystal said something about Cardi is the same reason that nobody said anything about Beyonce. Because y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad. That's y'all fave. So can't nobody say, you know, that nigga was with you when you were seemingly too young to be with his old ass. A lot of people talk about how they feel like Beyonce has been groomed into that relationship with that man. We talked about lyrics that she said. We talked about when she said that shit at the anniversary about how he raised her. Like we've absolutely talked about it, and especially on my channel, I'm gonna always, like, I talked about her sitting at the table with them fucking people. Like, yeah, so you're not, that's not me. That's not me. I know y'all be thinking that I'm gonna have somebody that y'all can pull and say, well, you ain't say nothing about this part. Yes, I did. You may not have been here, you may not have remembered it, but yes, I did. I don't give a fuck about none of these people enough to not critique, because the job is to give the commentary. The job is to give the opinion. So it doesn't matter how much I like them and all of that shit. I'm still gonna say how I feel about it. Okay. But yeah, no, like she's not, Beyonce is not any different. People are consistently worried about Beyonce ever since she was over there, like, you know, zoned out at the basketball game, rocking back and forth. Ever since she got off the elevator and her eyes was glazed over, everybody has very much been like, I wonder what's going on over there. But you know the reason why we not screaming about Beyonce and her relationship the way we do Cardi? Because Beyonce is not screaming about her relationship the way Cardi is screaming about her relationship. And you know, that's just to say, you know, the situation with Beyonce. Because I see people like, you know what I'm saying? Throwing a lot of different celebrities in the mix. Like, I'm not gonna say, okay, not me. All right, I'm just making sure y'all know what I'm saying. No, because you know, I know y'all in the comments and me up here are sometimes like, you know, we're not talking directly to each other. We're talking about the conversations that we're seeing taking place. So I'm not taking anything personal. I'm just trying to be clear.
Her baby girl. Ever. I don't know if you upset at yourself at life because you have an expectation of yourself. You wanted something for yourself and you don't have it, but don't put that shit on me.
And what do you mean you want it? Like, that's another thing. Her critique of you could tell that Cardi is like defensive, but she's processing what Crystal said. She is definitely processing what Crystal said to me. And I think at the end, you just throw that, you know, the insecure bitch shit. Oh, bitch, you want something that I got and you don't have it, so you mad at me. That's some bullshit. You don't even really believe that. I could tell in the tone of her voice, she don't really believe that. I think she knows this doesn't look good, but I think her pride won't allow, you know, her pride won't allow her to be honest about the fact that this may not have been, you know what I'm saying, her finest hour or the best decision. You know what I mean? But she gonna stand on it, and that's fine. You should. This is your life. These are decisions you make. You know, just like everybody wants to say when they can't disagree because they don't feel like I'm wrong, but they also don't like that I'm saying it. Oh, it's her journey. Nobody, like, I hate when y'all say shit that goes without saying. We don't have to say that a person is human. We don't have to say that a person is having a life's journey. Duh, bitch. We know. We're critiquing the journey. The fuck? We're criticizing and talking shit
and trying to see if we can learn from other people's mistakes while we're at it. That's what's happening. It's a conversation. We can talk. It's the internet. It's okay. Everybody does it. We'll be fine.
Cause I could judge you. I could be a 9 to 5, but there's times.
Let me see. Did she say anything else?
But what they would say is,
what the fuck?
I'm a 9 to 5, but there's times that it's like, okay, maybe I have to sacrifice a week or two.
Hold on, I just want to make sure.
Away from my kids so I can make this bread so they can have a good life. My kids are smart as fuck. My kids have everything that I never had. And you know what? It's more, and you're right. It is more than just like, oh, she have money. She have money. She could raise them, blah, blah, blah. It's more than money. But guess what? Besides money and besides me providing for my kids, I also give them a lot of time and a lot of love.
And I believe you, Cardi. I believe you. But I also feel like a lot of women don't understand how they create emotional enmeshment with their children because they expose their children to too much of the emotional turmoil they go through in their relationships, which then, yes, it makes them close to their kids, but it can create this emotional enmeshment where the children are valuing how you feel above their own. I know you feel, and I'm saying this to her, but I'm really saying this to a lot of women that I know personally. I know you think because your kids love you that means you're doing a good job, but you also have to keep in mind as you're doing a good job loving them that you have to not create a codependency between the two of you where they can't express how they feel for fear of hurting your feelings or for fear of making you feel as if you're out here on your own. And that's what ends up happening when women are in toxic relationships with men. It often feels like for the children, I have to be on my mom's side. I have to protect my mom. When that is something that's consistently happening in the dynamic, it makes the children put their own growth. It puts them creating who they are. They put it behind themselves and they put you first. And I know because I did it. I know because I remember what it was like to stand in between my mama and my daddy because I felt like if I was standing there, he would not hit her. I know what it's like to feel like I have to shrink myself because everybody is stressing my mama out and I don't want to be a stressor. So I have to put my needs and what I need in the back of my mind. And I'm the child. I'm the child. I should be able to be selfish. But I have a parent that's abusive telling me that I'm selfish. I'm selfish. I'm selfish. And then on the other hand, I feel like that was abuse for him to keep telling me I was selfish because I was never not putting their feelings before mine, whether it is out of fear of punishment or out of emotional enmeshment because of how much I love my mom. To this day, I have to unwrap myself from defending my mom all the time. And sometimes I'm going to defend my mama because that's what it is. But at the same time, I have noticed that I often go through some type of cycle with my mom and my other siblings and all of this shit where I am being asked to choose between them. And it's a cycle that continues to happen. I feel like you being wrong or disrespectful or mean. And so now I feel emotionally, my feelings are hurt for her. The way people might disregard or treat my mom, no matter how annoying my mom might be, my feelings are fucking hurt on her behalf. And then I have to deal with how people view me because I care about my mom more than they do. So now it's like, oh, don't say nothing around Brittany because you know how she is about her mama. You know how they are. You know how they are. And it's like, because I have had to grow up watching everybody be mean and disrespectful to my fucking mama. I have watched my dad, my grandmother, my siblings, other family members be so mean and rude to my mama when my mama is like one of the nicest people that's always doing shit for everybody. Yeah, she gonna be a little aggravating. Yeah, she gonna, be a mama that's always like, you made sure, you sure, like, she'll instill fear in you because she's worried, right? her anxiety about you being comfortable will make you anxious. Like, but it's emotional enmeshment. And it's something that I have to unwrap myself from as an almost 40-year-old woman, because if something happens, I'm going to automatically feel like whatever is happening to my mama is happening to me. And I have to unwrap myself from that. So I am saying when I say we are all triggered watching what Cardi is going through right now, I think it's because it's just an example of what we've all kind of gone through and what we've had to hold our mom's hand. You know, we've had to be there as little girls, as little people, men too, boys too. As little people, you have to sit and watch your moms go through such heartache. And it not only affects you and how you move in your relationships, but it affects how you feel about your mom and how you're able to stand on your own 2 feet and worry about your own existence and put your own self first. It makes it extremely hard to center yourself. It makes it really hard to center yourself and put yourself first when you grow up in households where you feel like you have to always defend your mom because she's not defending herself. The feeling that came up for me with this was I remember like every time something would happen with my parents and I would get mad because it would feel like it was happening to me, because sometimes the shit was also happening to me. If he's upset, then we're all getting it, right? I would want her to stay mad. I would have this feeling of, why can't we stay mad? Why do we have to forgive so fast? He's going to do it again. Why do we have to? Because I'm now attached. I'm attached to what she's doing, because what she's doing is going to affect me. So I personally feel like what Crystal is coming from is the perspective of what it's like to be the child. And what it's like to feel like, Mom, I need for you to stay within yourself for longer before you go reaching out for another man. And now I have to go through this cycle with you again. And yes, at 7 years old, y'all, at 7 years old, I called the fucking police on my daddy when I might have been 5 or 6 the first time. The first and last time I ever did it. But it was because I was young enough to be ignorant of how fearful I should really have been. But they were arguing and screaming and hollering in the house one day. And my auntie kept telling me, if something happened, you call 911. My grandmother, they would always keep telling me, if something happened, you call 911, which makes me feel like now as an adult, everybody fucking knew what was going on, but everybody gonna act like they didn't know what was going on. Okay? Because my daddy was one of them true narcissists. He gonna earn y'all love. He gonna earn your love and your respect. So when he start doing the shit, everybody's gonna turn their head because they know that he comes in when y'all need him to. He comes in like a savior. So we gotta let him be who he is in these other moments. Fuck how everybody else, you know, the weakest of us is dealing with it. So to me, I feel like what we are seeing with the Cardi situation is really just a triggering of how a lot of us have had to be culture and watch our moms go through these cycles and wish that they would have their autonomy longer, be mad longer, don't be so forgiving so quickly. And I feel like me personally, you know, y'all know I work out my own shit up here. I'm not, I don't have it all figured out. And a lot of times when I get up here with y'all, it's therapy for me too, because we all talking about it, right? We all talking about what we've been through. And a lot of times we don't talk about it. And to me, I feel like this is just a moment for us to be able to talk about our experiences and to relate to what's happening, not in a way to like drag Cardi down to the depths of depression, but to be aware of how our decisions affect the kids and how the kids grow up to be the adults, and how we, the adults, now are saying, we remember what this was like. You know what I'm saying? We know, you know, what it's like to want our mom to be for us and not be running back into the arms of a man that we know is going to hurt her again. And we're going to have to be there for the hurt. And we're going to have to pick her up and love her and put all of our energy into making her feel better when this man does this, and we're not even 12, we're not even 13, we're not even 10 years old. And within middle school age, we are being emotional support children to grown adult people that are like in love and oh my God, he makes me feel so safe and all of this shit that looks really nice for grown women that just want to get their pussy stretched. Yeah. You want to be in love and you want to have great sex and, you know, like that one song on the track. Like I told y'all, you want the nigga to be beast fucking you, climbing you and fucking you from this, you know, from that. Okay. You want a nigga to be looking you in your eye and pile driving you and having all this emotional toxic sex with you because it feels good. And it makes you feel alive. But ultimately, what it does to the children in the process is create all of these fractures within themselves that your money can't fix. And so, yeah, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to talk about it. And I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's Beyonce. I don't care if it's Rihanna. I don't care if it's Cardi. I don't care who it is. Because everybody can get it. We all can. And I hope y'all hear that when I come up here, I'm not just talking shit about somebody. I bring myself into it. I talk about how I'm relating to it as a person, as a woman, as a child, as a girl, as a queer person, as a Black person. I'm bringing myself into it because I have heart for all of the women and the girls that don't know any better and haven't really had the chance to look at it for what it does to us, how it affects us. So we're going to talk about that shit. And everybody going to have to be okay at the end of the day. Cardi going to have to be okay. Those of y'all that feel like, you know, oh, that's her. Yeah, y'all going to have to be okay too. All right. All right. Now, with that being said, I hope y'all know that me personally, I love y'all for real. Okay. I love y'all for real.
If I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that. This is not no love shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarry and stuff, to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things how what makes me happy. I did it the right way the first time. Guess what?
Because essentially, y'all, there is no right way. There is no such thing as the right way.
When you separate from somebody, one thing about it is I don't like broken homes. I don't like broken homes. But guess what? Kids, like y'all want to know the tea? My kids, they don't give a fuck. You want to know why my kids don't give a fuck? Because their life have not changed. My kids, they don't.
And see that shit right there, y'all. To me, that sounds like I honestly I feel bad for her in this moment. But I feel bad for all of the girls that be going through shit like that. Because they really do just want to feel good. They want to feel better. And in the moments where you want to feel good and you want to feel better and you want to feel loved and all of this shit, I think you just make decisions that may not be for your best long term. And it's an instant gratification thing and it's an immature thing. And that's the reason why we be telling y'all you can't just always be about instant gratification in this moment. But that shit she said about her kids don't give a fuck, that right there, to me, that sounds like something you're telling yourself because you don't want to deal with the fact that you might be harming them. You don't want to be honest with yourself about how your decisions might harm them. And so instead of realizing that your children are not impervious because their lives didn't change, like they're not, they're still going to be affected by you. It doesn't matter if they're in the house with you. It doesn't matter if the finances haven't changed. You, Cardi, your emotional roller coaster is what will affect them children. And it is because you love them and they love you. And that is why you have to
You have to be smarter, and you have to think about these things. Like, what is going to be the best for me and my babies in the long run? Do I need to, in the next year or two, be putting them through another toxic relationship because that's what I'm going to be going through? And I feel like that's why I feel like that's something you have to think about. Those things matter, y'all. And I know too many young women that feel like their toxic relationships don't matter and their kids are Teflon and their kids are not being affected. And I think like that's y'all not recognizing how influential those early years of your children's lives are. Like, I don't think y'all get what your children are actually seeing, processing, and understanding. And maybe it's because you don't ask. Maybe it's because you just assume because they're children. Because y'all, I had a therapy session. Shout out to Ty. I know you in the chat, Ty. Shout out to Ty. So y'all know like Reset by Design Wellness. Y'all know I go on trips, but we all do like group therapy sessions ever so often. Whenever you go on a trip, you get private sessions and you get group sections. So if y'all want to come to Mauritius with us next year or Tulum, the link is down below in the description box. Y'all should really, try to fuck with us if you can, because it's an amazing community. And yesterday we were talking on Zoom, and I was talking about the suicidal ideations that I had as a kid and how I carried so much in private that my mom doesn't even understand how my mind was working back then. Like, even though we were there together, my mom, which is the closest person to me, she did not know how often I thought about unaliving myself. She did not know how depressed and sad I was all the time. And that's because even as children, we learn to keep going and keep moving. But in middle school, in high school, I thought about unaliving myself all the time. All the time. How many pills it would take. Could I, sliding knives and razors and shit across my wrist, but never really being able to press down. But doing that to myself often, where I feel like it's so hopeless, I would rather like not be here. I felt that a lot growing up. 2-parent household with 2 parents that were extremely conscious of how they were raising children, right? Like when I say that, my mom took being a mom seriously, right? My mom wasn't somebody that was out in the street all the time. My mama went to work. My mama came home. She was trying to be a good example for her daughters. My dad worked very hard, had the same job from 18 until he was in his 50s when he retired. He took care of all of his children, regardless of what was going on. He was a single father. He was an alcoholic and he was abusive. But at the end of the day, he was extremely intelligent. He was resourceful, and he was very conscious of the fact that he had to educate his children, not just school systems. So when I tell y'all that I'm not saying that people are trying to hurt their children or that they don't have their children's best interests at heart in some way, but they still have these blind spots when it comes to how their personalized romantic relationships affect their children. So even though my mom is this beautiful, strong woman that feels like she's handling this cycle with this man, I got it. I'm strong enough. I can handle this man that is abusive to me sometimes and talks to me terribly because, I know what he's been through and I love him and he loved me and I can handle it. I had to handle it too, and I was a fucking child. So no, I wasn't handling it that well, but it didn't look like it. It didn't look like I wasn't having a hard time because you're an expressive young woman. You're smart, right? Just like Cardi's little girl, adorable, always neat, hair done, always cute little outfits, personality, all of that shit. And still, what I was going through inside of my head. Yeah, he retired early. What I was going through inside of my head and inside of my little body as I was growing up is feeling my parents back and forth, their cycle, the anger,
The him talking to her crazy, her feelings being hurt, him apologizing, him buying shit, him taking us on trips. Now everything's better for a little while and he's nice and we're doing shit together until the next time he's upset. And now everybody is getting the brunt of whatever his emotions are. And now we're going to go through this cycle all over again, over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Until I become a young woman that now is going to repeat this cycle in my own life without even realizing it. I am a bisexual woman. I have been dating women since I was 13, 14 years old, freshman in high school, my first real girlfriend. I was in relationships with girls because I'm thinking this is safer. It's not. I still ended up in abusive relationships and toxic relationships with women, narcissistic women who put their hands on me, who wanted to control me, who played mind games with me, who picked away at my self-esteem the same way my dad would sometimes do to my mom. So yeah, it's going to affect us. It's going to affect us. The decisions that our parents make when they just want to be happy and they just want to feel loved and they want to get healed by some dick. And now she's sitting up here talking about how she got to pay taxes for that nigga. That's sad. That's real sad. Let me see what else she was talking about. Yes, the album did well. It went platinum. Shout out to her. It's a great album. What else?
I still get big bitch energy. Hold on, because ever since that TikTok shit, people be talking about. Ever since that fucking shit that happened a month ago, motherfuckers be calling me fat phobic. This record right here that I did, you can't say I'm fat phobic because I said I still give big bitch head. Because I heard big bitches be eating dick up like. I already got the best head. You out here worrying about a BBL bitch when you ever worry about them big bitches. Them bitches suck. They eat the whole dick. They die on dick. Them bitches die on dick. Nasty, sloppy, nasty boogers coming out their fucking nose type of head. Bad bitches don't suck dick like they want to die. Them big bitches do. If they over 170 pounds, they eat the best dick. You worry about a BBL hoes, skinny hoes. It's them bitches with them bitches fucking with them long titty, big bitches over 170 will eat your man dick down. Have a nigga fucking shaking. Need a towel under his butt. But y'all want to say I'm fat phobic. Shut the fuck up.
So you're not fat phobic because you recognize that big bitches suck dick to the death? Even though she don't realize that the reason why the big bitches are sucking dick to the death is because they get treated like they gotta work for the affections of some ain't shit ass nigga, while you don't, right? But you don't want to be a fat bitch. That's why you willing to die on the table and all of that shit, like you said in your song. It's still linked to, to fat phobia, girl. It still is. We understand what you're saying. And listen, I'm not gonna be grudge. I tell y'all all the time, how the girls will titty fuck the piss out of a nigga. What? I knew about many girls that let these niggas make them feel like they was less than because they was bigger, right? Because they was big tittied and not as much ass or some shit like that. Y'all make the girls feel bad about their bodies. So now they got to start acting thirsty with these niggas. So they show up to a nigga house and they sucking dick with nothing else. You know what I'm saying? They don't get nothing in return. I seen girls do it in real life. Okay, they show up to the house and now they all of this shit, you know what I'm saying? She not lying. But the thing about it is you saying you do it like them. Girl, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God. Okay.
We got some other shit that I want to get into before I get out of here. I know it's going to be a nice long live, but I need to take a break right quick because I got to use the bathroom. And then we're going to continue the show. Please like, comment, subscribe, show me some love or whatever.
Anywhere you go, give it all. Anywhere you said, anywhere.
All right, y'all, I'm back. Okay, so we're going to finish up Cardi B, and then we're going to get into Rapturetok, and we're going to end with Ray J. But the baby mama culture conversation is really about Cardi, and it's for me to say that because I was talking to some of the girls in the Discord, and I want to be clear, this is not about shaming baby mamas. This is not about shaming women for having children. It's not about that for me. I feel like women are supposed to have children. If they want to have children, if they want to keep them, they should. And I also believe that men are sometimes good for dick and nothing else, good for sperm and nothing else. So that means you're not supposed to be married to him. You might have been supposed to have a baby by him because his sperm worked, but that don't mean you were supposed to be married to the nigga. Like, that's not, like, marriage is not inherent. Like, y'all, I know everybody try to act like, oh, it's a spiritual thing and all of that. Yeah, but that don't mean shit to me. That don't mean nothing to me. Okay?
It's a real nigga on stage and it's still Virgo season. Enough. Juicy said it for me, but that's what I came out to Anoms to say. What is this, like some taboo shit? Like, we not supposed to ask who wrote what when we know somebody's writing the shit? Like, what is the problem here?
What pushes her buttons?
I don't give a fuck about that lady's buttons. Listen, y'all almost wrote something mean yesterday,
then don't
but I
act
deleted
shocked
it.
when she thinks that
But I deleted
you're
it
purposely
because
pushing her
I'm in a good mood and we feeling nice and it's a celebratory mood. But who give a fuck about that lady's feelings?
Okay, well, you finally said it, and now she knows that that's how you feel instead of acting like oblivious to.
I don't give a fuck about nobody's feelings. This is a celebratory moment, and you should honor the writers. Honor the writers. I'm honoring writers. That's not a slight to nobody.
Okay. For rappers, sometimes that's a slight.
Enough.
For
You bitches don't write.
Enough.
Whoa.
Okay. Like, I don't understand why we can't talk about it. Oh, you know she's gonna feel away. Then write some shit.
Well, I'll stand.
Yeah, I don't care about what they're talking about. People write for Drake all the time. People write for Drake. Do y'all ask Drake who's writing for him? When he was lying about producing all of that music, he had a team. When Diddy was lying and saying that all of the shit he was doing was really Andre Harrell shit and Stevie J and them shit. They was the real, like, there's always somebody that's taking the credit for somebody else's work out there. But ultimately, I feel like Joe Budden is just like a hater. Like, I think he just likes to say shit about Cardi so that he can get her attention. I think he likes when she screams at him and stuff. I think he enjoys that. But she dropped receipts.
Bitch, bring the baby ass bitch, run away, dirty foot ass bitch, backdooring ass bitch, hit on your friend ass bitch. You see her going through it you see her going through it in life and put her on blast on social media ass bitch, you a hating ass bitch, ungrateful ass bitch.
So this was her basically like letting us know how her process is. July 19th, 2024. It's her going through the process of writing the song. JT's debut solo single, City Cinderella, was released on Friday. So I'm guessing, yeah, it was a response. Fans noticed that in a video where Cardi B showed the writing process for one of the songs on her new album, amount of drama that she had begun working on a song 46 minutes after JT's City Cinderella released.
And started.
I like that one. That one right there. No, because it reminded me of Young Jock. I wonder if Young Jock is on that record, because that sounds like his voice in the background. Y'all remember that song Jock used to have? I'ma beat it up all night. I'ma beat it up that night. I'ma beat it up. Yeah, that's what that shit sound like. First things first, I get all types of hoes. But yeah, I like that song. I like that song. The Pretty and Petty. I like that song. I like Magnet. All of the diss tracks that she did was really good. Okay, but what is he saying?
I think she did that right up here.
Damn.
I think there may be something to that.
No.
I don't want to be a messy bitch, so I ain't getting into it. But the line itself,
hard.
Whoever is writing these lines,
Party wrote a lot of it. I'm not sure about. Let me get the credits is right here. I'm gonna look that hard.
He is smoking this shit.
He's on here. Yeah, Torre, I think wrote some as well. Shout to Torre.
Your mother didn't want you. Brenda got a baby ass bitch. See, I think you can't play with these Bronx bitches, yo.
Yeah. At all. Or party.
Playing.
Your nigga been cheating. Your nigga be in my DMs.
I'm gonna tell you one line that I thought was extremely problematic from the album, and I'm gonna leave it there because I don't really care about their commentary. And I love that Call Me White Girl is on Joe Budden's podcast, because I feel like her, specific level of I die about this hood shit and I'm more realer than any of the niggas I'm sitting next to. I think that's gonna be real nice on Joe Budden's podcast. I can't wait to see clips that come from that situation. Besides that, I don't really give a fuck. But there was a line that she did to JT about how my nigga cheat, but at least I ain't fucking him with a dildo in the ass. And I was just like, so like, I know we homophobic, right? So ultimately, yeah, right? Like, I get it, girl. Oh yeah, girl, I would much, because that's manly. It's manly for my nigga to be out here cheating on me. It's manly for him to be out here having babies everywhere and having unprotected sex with people. That's manly. But it's not manly for me as a woman to put on a dildo and then be fucking him in the ass in the privacy of our own home. So I would rather my nigga be out in the street possibly giving me a STD than me pulling out a strap and, serving up some dick. Yeah. I don't know, y'all. I think in a grand scheme of things, one is more safe than the other. Just those specific situations, okay? Those specific situations. I just kind of feel like, because then also when I think about Stefan Diggs, it's like, well, I mean, the person that accused Stefan Diggs was a nigga. So it's like, I guess if he's not doing a bending, it don't matter who he's bending. And if that's the case, girl, yeah, I'm fine with that. Equal opportunity. Okay? Because y'all know I think Stefan looks like the quintessential oversexed bisexual nigga to me. Right? There are, to me, black men that are scary enough to be bisexual and or queer in some way. And they will look at another man like, I know you're not going to say nothing because you don't want me to fuck you. So we're going to leave me alone about it, huh? Aren't we? Yeah. Yeah. I suggest that for all, you know what I'm saying? Any bisexual men out there, any men out there, you know what I'm saying? The best way to push homophobic straight niggas up off you is to threaten to fuck them. I feel like it works. And to be honest, I feel like that's what they want in the first place. Because why are you talking to me? Why are you talking to me, nigga? Okay, but I want to get up off of this because I'm done. I'm tired. Okay, so let's move on from there because I want to talk about Ray J, and then we're going to end with Rapturetok. Okay, so if y'all did not know, Ray J has been on Kai Cenat's podcast acting a fucking fool for a while now, Brian. A while, Brian. And I'm not exactly sure why. Like I'm not sure what's going on with Kai Cenat. But Kai likes to pretend as if he's so grossed out and weirded out by Ray J. So like maybe a week or two ago, Ray J was on Kai Cenat's stream and he says something about he's the new Diddy, and Kai cancels the stream like, oh, you gotta go, bro. What the fuck are you talking about? You gotta get off of here. Hold up, yeah, it's probably my TikTok. So I feel like Kai has already heard Ray J, threaten everybody with a good time. So the fact that he keeps bringing him back on, I'm looking at all of these niggas funny style, right? And I do believe there are some teen boys that be over there at Kai Cenat's house. I don't care what nobody talking about. Because somebody was in the comments talking about it be grown men at Kai's house. I'm like, I feel like I've definitely seen some teenagers on Kai's streams. Somebody else was like, well, Kai shouldn't be having all of them other adult people. I said, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. But I do feel like it's weird when I see Tisha Campbell and certain people hop on Kai Cenat's live. I know what it's about. It's about advertising. It's about getting more viewership. He has a lot of young people following him. But that's why it's extremely alarming, the things that are being promoted and shown on these streams. So
I just wanna ride with you all night long. I just wanna smoke one big ass blunt. I just wanna fuck you all night long. I 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 wanna
okay. So that's one thing that was going on. Then this one.
And I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight to sleep with me. As you know, I've been waiting for this moment for a long time. I've been trying to sleep with my brother Kai for a very long time. And a lot of people like, yo, what you mean by that? And I'm like, yo.
So here's the thing. How this comes off is we're just trolling. We're just joking. It's not actually like that. But to me, what we've learned is that when people blur the lines, it's usually like that. And I'm sorry, you're not going to be able, I was just joking. I was just playing your way out of this. Nah, I'm definitely going to be like, nah, nigga, you said it. And so I'm going to believe it. Okay?
You know what I mean by that. I've been dying to take a shower with my friend, right? You know we gonna have clothes on. You know what I'm saying? There's no point to ask that. It's actually rude. Ray J sleepover.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter that he's trolling, because why the fuck do you want to troll in such a way? Don't you think something is wrong with somebody that wants to pretend like they want to have relations with young men that don't want to have relations with them? Like, to me, that's not anything to pretend or joke about. If you play like that, I'm going to believe you.
Well, bro, I felt feathers, and then I heard, like, I start hearing shit. He's like, I used to serve Diddy breakfast in the morning. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is... Nah, Zeddy was off that shit too.
And Ray is pretending. And I'm like, pretending what? Like, what do we think he's pretending to do?
How the fuck is every time I woke up, I seen Ray J in a whole fucking different outfit. I'm like, how are you in a whole different outfit every time? First he was in a fucking Mario outfit, then he was in a cape, then I think he was just butt naked. I don't remember. Then I don't know if I was dreaming or something, but this nigga was hard the whole night. I think this nigga, he was hard. I don't know if I was dreaming. Like, was he hard?
And with that question, hold up. Where's my post? I think, yeah, here's the repost.
So we're not going to talk about the fact that Ray J was bricked up on Kai Cenat's stream around a whole bunch of kids.
Yeah.
The cradle will fall, and down will come a baby.
And was flaunting the jump in the camera. Like, that could have went left for Kai Cenat. Like, that could have ended his career possibly. And on top of that, there's children that watch Kai Cenat. There's children that watch Kai Cenat. I'm pretty sure a majority of Kai Cenat's followers and viewers is children. And I mean, Ray J know that. I'm pretty sure he knows that. There's no reason why he wouldn't know that. Like, that is sick, bro. It's sick. And you know you around a bunch of kids, bro. Like, you know you around a bunch of kids and you doing some junk like that. Honestly, Ray J needs to be investigated. Like, he's giving off real pedo energy. Honestly, like, bro, I there's no way you a grown man.
No, I think Kai is absolutely aware. I think that Kai is absolutely aware.
And
yeah, they're on Twitch, not YouTube, because you can't do this shit on YouTube.
You were around a whole bunch of kids. What could have possibly happened to cause you to get bricked up? And not only just get bricked up, but you're making it known to however many people was watching that stream. Man, at this point, Kai Cenat just need to be real careful as to who he invites up on his stream, because
it is grooming, you guys. It is grooming. Because I imagine that the kids are watching it and they're watching you play out, having this man make you feel uncomfortable. You saying, oh my God, this is so weird. But then you keep inviting him back.
because not everybody wants to see him successful. I'm sorry, not everybody wants to see him successful, and they're going to do whatever they can to cause this man to be the reason for his downfall. I mean, it wasn't enough that he snuck up in his house and tried to get in the shower with him.
And see, here's the thing. Everybody, they think that Kai doesn't know what's going on. Kai knows what's going on. Kai knows what's going on. How many times is Kai going to be in a situation where there's some weird nigga shit going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not the first time. Wasn't one of his cameramen accused of some shit? And he had to get up there and overperform how you can. You're not about to do that over here. Yeah, okay.
Into our shower stream, just fucking, just on my side.
Shower stream?
Yeah, I'm doing a shower. Well, Kai got mad because I told Kai I want to take a shower with you and stream with you at ISO speed in the shower.
What?
Yeah, bro. I'm like, bro. I want to take a shower with y'all niggas too. They're like, no.
Hold on. What's your sexuality?
Just ask me about Amber.
I'm asking
I have shout out to the gay agency. I shouted out to the gay agency. Actually, the gay agency's here. Dumpin' D, The Rod. They're the CEO.
Do you play both ways?
Come on, bro. I ain't never played both ways.
Okay. I think that's important to mention, because
really.
when you say you want to shower with another man.
Think about it like this. People's sexuality. Why? What does that matter?
It does not. That's
why. But why ask the question?
Because it's just like the question that I asked in regards to you saying that you're not a brother.
No, not you.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general. Like,
no, you should be like him, because he did just ask you that question.
Why ask the question of what actual hole are people enjoying? That's what we're asking. Because somebody could be an ear fucker. They're not gay and they're not straight. They like fucking ear holes. Who are they? A new name of hole fuckers. It's irrelevant, right? Not in your position, but I'm saying, when I say like, what do you like to do when you leave the office and go home and close the
Cam got some big ass legs. My God.
door and you're in your world? And it's important for certain people to know. For me, I have a gay agency, and the agency takes care of everything LGBTQIA+, right?
I also don't like using gay people like a token, like they use black people. Like, it's given, I have the gay agency, it's a token situation. And honestly, I'm wondering, is it because you are like grooming the community in some type of way? You got to be careful about men like this that have a lot of influence, because the influence they have as grown men, they will exercise that influence over men in their 20s and have those men in situations behind thinking that you was an OG and really you trying to fuck them.
I'm proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
So we say pause, and there's a lot of gay fucking slurs going on, and it's fun, but these are my friends.
Yeah, but
What do you mean it's a lot of gay slurs and it's fun? What do you mean? Like, this is like, y'all got to be careful how these niggas are a lot like them white boys.
So you understand, after speaking with a person
You know what I
who
mean, right?
was a homosexual.
Who? Suge?
No.
Oh, he's definitely a homo. I love Suge though. Yeah, but the gay agency. Shout out to gay. They know. They were.
But saying words like pause.
Is he saying that Suge is gay? I'm sure. Like Suge has a prison wife. I'm sure.
Saying words like no homo.
I never said no homo.
Yeah, but those
You
just
have.
to educate the viewer. Those are all derogatory slurs.
I totally disagree. No homo is derogatory.
Absolutely. Okay.
Pause is fun, and every time I said pause, what did I say?
Shout out to the Cajuns.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right though.
That's extremely right, because not only am I having fun, I'm also respecting the gay community publicly, taking the risk of anybody saying, are you gay? Because I don't give a fuck, because I got gay friends. I got a lot of gay friends. I got a lot of trans friends.
Yeah. But are you though?
No. Okay. But what I'm saying is, when you say no, when I say no.
Yes, he's saying the gay agency because he has a business called the gay agency. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ray J, but it needs to be studied. Like, there should be a psychological study. What the fuck is happening?
Oh, I'm not gay. And when I say I have trans friends, but no, I'm not trans. I want to make it clear that there's nothing wrong with being that.
It is nothing wrong with that.
When somebody calls somebody gay, I take it personally because I have gay friends. Because I'm saying, you're calling me gay. What are you saying? Yeah. You're saying gay isn't cool? Because that's how I'm taking it. Because I have gay friends.
Well, take it this way.
No, you didn't call me gay.
Okay.
Some people say you gay ass nigga. I'm like, or anybody when they use the gay slur to somebody, as if like Suge is saying that me and Puffy are lovers. You heard that?
That's it.
Bro, you see that?
Yes.
Hold for sound. That's what she told me last night.
Oh, wait. Cut around.
Right when I said Suge said, and Puffy had this shit, the storm came down. I'm telling you, bro, the demons are out, bro. This shit dark, bro. Like, the demons are out tonight, bro. I'm telling you right now.
So what?
So you acting like you're on drugs. You acting like you're on drugs, right? So if we're looking at it, if we were looking at this situation in real life, I think what we might possibly, what we could be seeing is a man that's drug abuse and mental health are deteriorating. But because we live in a time where you can capitalize off such behavior, he is able to go around showing us how he is mentally disintegrating. But I would like to implore everybody to remember what Ray J looked like as a kid. Because to me, y'all, and I'm gonna just give y'all my opinion and be real with y'all. Nobody was watching Ray J. Nobody was watching Ray J as a child because everybody was kind of pretty much worried about what was going on with Brandy's career. So when little cute, adorable Ray J, right, is, hold up. Adorable little cute Ray J. I hate to take it deeper, but this little boy running around by himself, being a part of gang culture, tells me that people would have taken advantage of the fact that Ray J was a kid, a short kid, a cute kid, running around with adults. And I'm posting this because I want y'all to understand what I'm thinking. What Ray J's now mindset right now about being on Kai Cenat, keep going over there, keep trying to be around these kids, keep trying to be around these young men as if he's trying to recapture his youth in some way. I believe people do a lot of the times, you know, in situations like Ray J, sometimes you do to people what people have done to you. Hurt people. Right? And so it can come off. It can seem as if you are now doing to those young men what was done to you through gang life, through the entertainment industry. Yeah. Y'all, everybody's forgetting, like, Ray J grew up sometimes being in rooms and in buildings that he should not have been in. I've been following Ray J for years. So I remember Ray J from when he was a kid. And the way Ray J comes up in stories with people sometimes, y'all, the way Ray J is somebody that opened the wrong door sometimes, who Ray J was when he was younger, who he was hanging around, the hope that people had for him in the industry to be somebody that was being taken seriously, like, it should let you know that Ray J was probably taken advantage of as a kid and is actually really angry about it. And the reason why he chooses to continue to embarrass his family like this on social media is because he's angry with them. And I think when people, I think there are people that have been traumatized in childhood and they're angry at their parents and they refuse to heal from it because it's easier to ruin their life in this manner. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, I think that Ray J is acting out the way he does now as a way to embarrass his mom and his parents because y'all did not protect me. In this video, he's literally telling us a story about how his parents didn't even teach him how to bathe. I don't know if I believe that. I'm going to tell you, I don't know if I believe that, but I also feel like I'm going to take his word for him feeling neglected. And then I'm going to see how he's acting now as an adult. He's not acting like somebody that is there for his children. He's not acting like somebody that is a stable parent. He is acting like somebody that needs to be kept out of the household because they're going to traumatize the children because they're literally spiraling. But if you see Ray J from when he was a kid, I feel like you have got to be real and honest about what the entertainment industry and what some of these niggas be doing to these kids, y'all. Boosie and all of them then told y'all how they want to make sure that little niggas not gay. So you go and get some grown woman to have sex with a child. Who knows what could have happened even before that? Who knows what happens around hood niggas that pretend to be hood, but really they hyper masculine and niggas is gay. And Ray J is adorable and cute and a kid. I'm just saying. The things that happen, I tend to look at the result, right? We don't know what happened for real, but we can look at who he is right now. And then we could think about people whose lives that we actually do know things like that happened to them and how they were such a cute, adorable kid. People do fucked up things to these kids. By the time they're adults, they're a menace to society. And we wondering, how did we get here? Sonya was a protector of Brandy. And that's something that a boy child could be angry about. And he was being coddled. He was being coddled, but they have all talked about this. Brandy has talked about her own guilt. And that's why she babied him for a while. Because when they were worrying about her career, they weren't really worrying about Ray J. They've talked about this on their reality show. Like, they've done a bunch of shit over the years for me to understand what the situation was like, right? Sonya, of course, is a momager, right? But at the same time, she can be cold and mean. She worked Brandy to death, right? Work Brandy. And then while you're working with Brandy, you're leaving your son with the father. And the father, Willie Ray Norwood Sr., is the type of man that hangs around churches so he can fuck on and flirt with women. Sorry, y'all. But it seems to me, it seems to me, and listen, Sonya is a cold-blooded ass lady. I don't care what y'all talking about. The way she ignored that man's other son, he has another son that she completely ignored and refused to acknowledge because he cheated or, whatever. He cheated on her and had that son. That son was a grown-ass man looking just like Ray J. And I'm sorry, y'all, but I can't stand women that stay with these niggas and then decide that you want to try to keep them from being there for the child that they had out of wedlock because it hurts you. Well, bitch, if it hurts you so bad, don't get back with them. But don't get back with these men and be like, you better not go and help that child. I better not see that boy around here because you mad because the daddy cheated. Bitch, be mad at the daddy, not the child. But I remember that shit on that reality show, how she never wanted to even acknowledge that other child. So for me, I feel like while Sonya was on the road working with Brandy, Ray J was running around doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do, going between his daddy and the grandma. And the daddy was somewhere worrying about chasing tail and being down to the church. And as long as you can keep talking about the Lord and the Bible and all of that, ain't nobody gonna be paying attention to what you're doing. And yes, he was also Snoop Dogg's little cousin. So you got Ray J being affiliated with gang life at a teenage level, also being involved in entertainment industry since he was a child. Yeah. Ray J was absolutely out here acting like a grown-ass man before the age of 18. Because I remember when Corinne Steffens talked about the relationship that they had. So yeah, like, you know.
34-year-old woman. And he said that this woman taught me not only to be, you know, more focused on myself, but to be clean. He's like, I didn't even clean myself as a young boy, right? And the woman put him in the bathtub and showed him how to properly clean himself. What are your thoughts?
His mama and his daddy should have taught him how to clean himself.
But your mom and your daddy gonna come into the bathroom and wash you at 14.
Well, his daddy, I think
Both mom and daddy ain't gonna do that.
You don't think around like adolescent age, like when you starting to be 10, when you going through puberty, your daddy need to teach you how to wash. Nobody outside your household should be teaching you how to wash yourself.
Unless it's a grown woman. Yeah, unless it's a grown woman. Actually, when he said it, I actually understood. Like when it comes to a man becoming the man he needs to be, I can only see him possibly being taught by an older woman who has been with.
Because most of y'all have been molested. That's why y'all think this is okay.
That's called grooming, babe.
Yeah,
I think
that's exactly what it is.
I think it should be.
I think men should be groomed.
No. I think that your father that's why we need more dads. Even if you don't have a daddy, like you got an uncle or somebody who will stand up man to teach you, hey, put some deodorant on. Make sure you got cologne on. Make sure you smelling good. It's how you treat a woman. Like, I was an adolescent and my mama taught when I started growing titties, she said, hey, you gonna need to lift them motherfuckers up.
Hey. Creep on in. Okay. So yeah, I very much feel like, you know, people like to think because somebody is famous that they're not having a hood kid experience. Like y'all think that money means that parenting is happening. And I promise y'all, that is not what that means. This is an obvious example. Them people been having money since Ray J was a kid. Why the fuck would Ray J not have somebody that's there with him, teaching him how to clean himself? Because the adults are doing what adults do. They worrying about everything but what the fuck they should be worrying about, which is where are your children? So yeah, y'all, you know, if y'all got kids out there that watch Kai Cenat, please be talking to y'all children about what be going on them streams and shit. Talk to them. Because I think even grown adults don't know how they're being groomed by the entertainment that they like. But let's get into Rapturetok, and then I'm going to get off of here because me and my husband going to the show, bitch.
Rapture trip tips. I recommend you go out and buy a couple of fresh packs of undies to wear for the next month. Throw all the old underwear away. Imagine after you've been harpazoed, your clothes float back down. You don't want someone's last impression of you to be your old underwear. Paul should have said, may your whole body, soul, and spirit and underwear be without blemish until the coming of the Lord. Rapture trip tip number 2. It's a tough spot to be in. You don't want to tell people you're going because maybe they'll think you're crazy. And what if you're still here after September? You got to save face. You still want people to know what happened to you. Leave a note on your mirror with a dry erase marker. When someone finally breaks into your house to see if you're okay, someone will find the note. I'm okay. I'm with Jesus. Don't take the mark of the beast. Rapture trip tip number 3. Other possible options to leave messages behind. Save a note as a screensaver on your phone. Carry a folded piece of paper, a note in your pocket. Pre-write letters and keep them in your purse or backpack. People are going to check the 3 Ps immediately after you're gone. They're going to go through your pockets, your purse, and your phone immediately. While they're taking your money, you might as well leave them a useful note, like a gospel message, or don't take the mark of the beast. Another way to help prepare people that you might go missing because you're harpazoed without looking crazy is to leave subtle hints during conversation. How about brunch this Sunday? That sounds great. I'll be there. Well, unless Jesus calls me up and I get raptured.
Okay. So
In and then
in and then we get into this one.
in and then in and
Ugh.
then in
Y'all see
in and then we
Yeah,
can go.
okay. I hate y'all. I hate y'all. Y'all see that, right? Like I'm trying to
Don't forget
Okay,
Tom.
thank you. The fuck. She's not trolling, y'all. There are people trolling, I believe, and I have found more people making fun of this than I've actually seen doing it. But y'all, I need for y'all to like Google things that plague you, right? So if you think that Jesus is gonna actually come back and like lift y'all up out of y'all bodies, out y'all houses, and take y'all away with him, I think that you need to go to a doctor. I think you need to go to a doctor and I need you to talk to somebody. Okay? But please understand, like, y'all feel this way in general. Y'all do feel like a rapture will happen. Like the Christians, a lot of the Christians, even though like the rapture thing is not really in the Bible like that. Like that's actually more recent. But you know, because the Bible was speaking like not in literal terms. And so people take it very literally. And so then, like, I think around the 1800s, some crazy ass white man decided that, you know, Christianity should be wrapped around the rapture. Basically, it's a doomsday cult. Y'all are like all preparing for the end of the world. That's what's happening. And you know, yes, y'all, people are actually seriously thinking this. And I can remember when I was young, we had Y2K and then we had another one with the Mayan calendar. I can't remember, but I can remember like being in my early 20s and actually being scared by how often everybody kept trying to make us think the world was about to end. Even like, and I feel like this is because this is growing up in Christianity, y'all. If you grow up in Christianity and, you know, you might have people telling you that you deserve to die and that, you know, because you're a sinner, you're going to die, honey. Because, you know, you are inherently bad. And if you don't believe in Jesus as your personal savior, you're going to go to hell or you're going to be left here when we're all taken up to go with God, you know, because we're better than you. Jesus loves us because we're better than you. Okay. And some of you are going to get left down here. And then the rest of us are going to get taken up into Jesus' arms. Yeah. And a lot of people think this way, you know, and that's your prerogative. I personally believe in reincarnation. So I don't believe there will be a such thing. I often sometimes wonder about time, period. Like time as a whole, I believe is not real. And so sometimes I feel like we exist in this space. And so our knowledge of now and the time behind us is an illusion of some, like the future isn't happening yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we're in an illusion of some type. It's very hard for me to explain, but I don't think time works in a line. I think time kind of works in a loop. And I think we're in a loop. I do. I think we're in a loop. And when I pay attention to how much we all cycle, right? So like as individuals, we just finished talking about relationship cycles in households and families and what that cycle is like. Now you back out of it, community-wide, statewide, countrywide. Now there's another cycle. We're literally going through another cycle because this shit that we're going through right now, it looks like the Holocaust and, you know, World War II and all of that cycle. Okay, y'all trying to put us back in slavery again. Now we're still fighting for the same shit as we were fighting for in the 60s, as we were fighting for during Reconstruction, as we were fighting for during slavery, as we were fighting for before slavery even started, when everybody was like, stop stealing people from my fucking tribe and taking them to America never to be seen or heard from again, motherfuckers. Like, yeah. It's like we keep cycling. We keep cycling, y'all. Doing this shit. And then also, like, you know, I've been watching Mike Flanagan movies and series on Netflix this past week. And I just finished Midnight Mass yesterday. Girl, I was up till 4:00 in the morning watching Midnight Mass. And it was really, really good. But I think it touched on something so prevalent about religion and about how when people don't have or don't really believe in the morals that they're supposed to be believing in, anybody can tell them anything. And that's why I don't like the way people use religion, y'all. That's why whenever y'all see crazy, you know, toxic, fucked up, terrible people talking about God, I roll my eyes so fucking hard, because if y'all ain't gonna do nothing, y'all gonna go and reach for religion to make your evil shit look like it's God ordained in all of this. Okay? But the character of the priest and Bev, the white lady who really just cared about being superior to other people, and she really didn't care about what God was teaching, because if she actually cared about what God was teaching, she wouldn't have been helping that man murder people. And that's why I feel like life has certain rules. It's not about individual people. It's about the rules of the shit. And I feel like if you're going to tout a religion and throw it in other people's face and stand on it like it makes you better than everybody, then you better be living and walking and talking in that shit. And I don't want to hear none of that we all fall short and we all human shit. No, bitch. What them people said in the Bible is that if you believe in Jesus, then you are saved. And that means you should be having a better life. Right? Like that's what it say. It say that through believing in Christ, you're supposed to have salvation, and then that's supposed to help you be a better person because you're saved. That's why so many people, whenever you know, they have sayings of child, I'm saved. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saved. You need to be glad that I'm saved. Because if it were not for them being saved and believing in Jesus, they would be a worse person. That okay. And so for me, the reason why I have always felt like that doesn't make any sense to me, and I am more so willing to believe the teachings and the morality that was being taught. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, but I don't believe that other shit because y'all make it interchangeable. Y'all move the goalposts, right? Y'all see these Christians right now. The Christians that are up there talking about Waterhead and all of that shit, these are some of the most evil people I've ever seen in my life, but they swear up and down that they Christians and they follow Jesus. And that's why it never made sense to me, even in school. So you mean to tell me all you got to do is believe in this man, and that's all you have to do? You don't have to do anything else? You don't have to be a better person? All you got to do is just believe in this man that he saved you. And then after that, that's supposed to do what? I saw a whole bunch of people believing in Jesus, screaming about Jesus, using Jesus as a weapon and a tool and bringing up Jesus in every fucking conversation. Did it stop them from being mean? Did it stop them from being rude? Did it stop them from lacking empathy? Did it stop them from being selfish? Did it stop them from being pimps? Did it stop them from being hoes? Did it stop them from being abusive parents? Did it stop them from being pedophiles? Did it stop them from raping people? No. And so to me, claiming Jesus is not enough. A lot of the shit that y'all, you know, think, oh, people change and girl, no, I need to see work. And I need to see a lot of work. And I need to see you tested in order to prove that you've changed and you're better now. And if I ain't seen none of that, I ain't believing a motherfucking thing.
Lock your phone, because I know a lot of people are writing letters or maybe even just doing things.
Okay. Y'all, somehow I ended up on Rapturetok, right?
How we got here.
People have lost their marbles. When I say lost, I mean they're gone. Like, I mean, they were never really there, but like people are on the, like, it's too much going on. I'm trying to not say that everybody has mental illnesses, but a lot of y'all do. So apparently Jesus is coming back on Tuesday. That's word on the TikTok streets. Everybody's preparing. They're selling their houses. They're cashing out their 401ks. They're getting rid of their cars. They have pet care set up for whenever they go to heaven and they leave Earth on Tuesday. Y'all, I can't make this up. I seen a whole lady on here giving rapture tips. One of her tips was, whenever you ascend to heaven, try to hold on to something. Keep your body straight. So you know that when you ascend, you know, it'll be easier on you. I'm sorry, has she been through a rapture before? Like, what are you talking? Y'all, I feel like we all died during COVID, and this gotta be hell. Like, I feel like I would have been raptured up during COVID if I was like a good person, because I know I am, but maybe I didn't make the cut and I didn't know, because this actually gotta be hell.
Bro, everybody be saying that. But I also just wanted to tell y'all about, and I'm going to leave it at this. Throughout history, fears of the world ending have resurfaced due to events like Y1K, year 1000 panic, the passing of Halley's Comet in 1910, the Y2K computer bug scare in 2000, the 2012 Mayan calendar phenomenon, and religious predictions such as Harold's campaign, May 2011 doomsday prophecy. Okay, these events often stem from religious beliefs, astronomical occurrences, or technological anxieties. Okay, like AI, the government, pending war, genocide. You know, everybody losing their motherfucking job. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here rolling back all of the rights left and right, girl. So like all of these things that are happening that are stressing out the collective. Yes, it is going to result in those of us that are extremists in religion thinking that the world is going to end. And I think it's a way for people to not be responsible for the role they play in the world that we live in. And the manifest destiny motherfuckers that do believe, you know, the evangelists and all of that, they're causing it while acting as if they're manifesting this destiny that's in the Bible. It's like, no, you're actually just kind of killing all of us. But I think the planet is going to kill all of us before the planet let y'all kill it. That's what I think. Okay. The planet is like, y'all could keep playing if y'all want to, and I will flood you hoes out and start over. Okay. It wouldn't be the first time. I think Mother Earth is like, if y'all don't stop playing with me, bitch. Okay. But there have been many times over all of the years that people have thought that the world was going to end. And I just kind of feel like, I don't think that's what happens. I don't know why, but I think we keep cycling. And I really hope at some point I get out of whatever the fuck this cycle is. Like, I hope I have freed myself from whatever this cycle is. But, you know, this level that we on of the game. But yeah, it's a whole bunch of times, child. Yeah, it's been a whole bunch of times that y'all thought the world was going to end. And every time the world just to keep on ticking. Okay. So y'all just be safe out here. Y'all be cool by the pool, fool. I love y'all. It's a 3-hour long live. I feel like I gave y'all money's worth. I'ma just say, like, my favorite. What would I do if the rapture was actually happening? Like, let's answer that question. Oh, I mean, I don't have time to do what I would like to do, which is like, you know, throw caution to the wind and fly somewhere beautiful and die on a beach somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, die somewhere where I would want to live. You know, maybe if it's true, my heaven would be stuck in where I die. Okay, something like that. But like I would say right now, I would probably have a get together. Nigga would probably have a get together. They would have a house party and invite, you know, all of the people that they love to the house and drink and smoke and play music and play games and have a good time. And, you know, love on each other until it's up. Basically, I would party my way out. I would drink, drug, and party my way out. Like, bitch, I might be gone by the time you get here, bitch. Okay. Okay. But I'm not one of them ones that want to be left. Okay. I forgot what I was watching where they was, it's this show on Netflix where they be acting like the world gonna end, but it's not really gonna end. But yeah, I think, what is it? The Billionaires Bunker, The Billionaires Bunker on Netflix. Yeah. And I was just like, girl, I don't want to be left behind. I don't want to be in the bunker. I want to be up top with everybody that get killed in the first blast. Okay, listen, out of here, Dunzo, bitch. We like, I don't want to be stuck with the rest of y'all to pull civilization together. I don't think I need to do that. And that's just because I feel like eventually y'all gonna start giving birth again. And once people start giving birth again, I'll eventually find my way back here. And until then, my energy will go somewhere else, I'm sure. Who knows? I don't know, girl. I can only assume. But I personally feel like I've been here more than once. I don't think this is my first life. And so I believe in reincarnation. I know a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation, but to me, I don't understand how else you think, you know what I mean? Girl, you've been here before. People been telling me that my whole life. I believe it to be true. I really, really do. And I also believe that we choose our parents. I think we know we have a specific goal that we have to accomplish in this life, and we just don't remember what it is. And that was another thing they was talking about on Midnight Mass, about how when you dream, you remember what it is that you keep forgetting. And I have that all the time where I'll dream, and I feel like in the dream, I have figured something out that escapes me when I'm awake. And I'm trying to hold on to the memory before I wake up. Right? Like I'm asleep, like, don't forget this. Don't forget this. This is important. Don't forget this. And then I wake up and I can't remember. And I remember asking myself one day, well, what's the point of like always dreaming about shit and then forgetting and then waking up with this feeling thinking I need to remember. And then I was like, well, that's because I think the whole life thing is to remember who you are. Because I think we come into this world forgetting who we are. And then we have to kind of like start all over again and try to find out who we are again. And the more self-exploration of finding out who we actually are, who we return to, I think all of that is spiritual and emotional and mental and, you know, for the soul and all of that. So I do believe that the things we do in this life matter. And I think there's something about Christianity that teaches y'all that the things y'all do in this life don't matter. There's a very nihilist it doesn't matter kind of mindset about Christianity, because it tells you don't have to do anything good. You just got to believe in one thing, and that just means that you're going to be all right. And I just don't believe that. I think that we return to ourselves, we return to source at the end of life. And I hope that you would pick up pieces of yourself along the way, so when you get to the end, you feel like it was all worth it. The picture is a little bit more complete, and you can go out knowing that you did whatever you were supposed to do. And that will, in fact, free you from being a part of this cycle that we keep cycling in that feels like hell to everybody. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it, girl. Great conversations. Love you all. Hope you have a good rest of your day. I love y'all. Y'all be well. Peace out.